Going live. I'm just gonna assume I'm live because I don't know how long the delay is. Hi, everybody out in YouTube land. What's good tonight? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, let me well, here we go. I'm gonna put the Zoom link in the chat if somebody wants to jump on. Oh, did it work? And join me tonight. Hi, JK Pioneer. How are you doing? Good to see ya. I know Indy's on live too, but I still I'm still wanting to do my show anyway, just because that's what I'm supposed to do on Fridays, I think. I mean, I don't know. Okay. Can you hear me? Oh, wait, I gotta figure out. There we go. Hi, Sledneck. What up? Hi, Texas Tea. Here's my Texas tea tonight. Seagram's Escape into Fennhaven. We're having black cherry fizz because they were all out of peach. Peach is my favorite. They didn't have them. This is a close second. This is good too. Okay. Hi, Lori James. It's your time. Right, Friday night, Fennhaven. That's just how it is. Hi, Gadelcon. I have 5 channels I follow going live all at once. Ooh, big night, JK Pioneer. That's always fun because then you can then you have something to look. You can go back and watch the next day the ones that you know, whatever. The live chat's always fun. That's, you know. Davio. Hi, Meat Man. Hi, Penny Jones. X marks the spot. I have to put my beverage down. Boom. Okay. Oh my God, you guys, you know what I did now? I I booked a campsite in Fembry. I don't know how I'm gonna make that happen. I don't even know, but it was only 28 bucks. So I thought, no matter what, I'm gonna buy it. It's only 28 bucks. That's all I have to lose. And then I started thinking, oh my God, me camping is a hysterical thought. Even, I mean, like I was just, romanticizing the moment of going to Fembry and having my own campsite, making my own fire or doing whatever, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh, there's the person that I think I am and the person that I really am. I think I'm a person that can go camping and spend 2 nights in the Santa Fe woods. The person I really am, no, doubts that it's all possible. Susie, I'll have to leave, but for a bit, but I'll be back for a giveaway. Okay, I'll be here. Camping is great fun. Mm-hmm. Hi, because I can. But yeah, Fembry is on August 20th, is on Forrest's birthday. in Santa Fe in Hyde Park. And so I Googled it and found a website about it. And I was like, oh, and there was a link to where the campground is. And next thing you know, I'm reserving a spot. Okay, anyway. Okay. Susie, you were getting credit on another channel for calling out the non-forest fen turquoise bracelet. Oh my God, I felt cringy the next day when I woke up, but I know I feel bad that I feel like I was really bee about it. Like I could, but I was only saying what others were thinking. Like I wasn't in that little inner circle. Like I think everyone else on that screen or in my panel with me with Amy and stuff, I think they all know the story. They all knew what was going on. They knew, they knew about the bracelet and what it was. And me, I know nothing. I haven't talked to Amy or seen Amy at all. She just sent me an email out of the blue and said, hey, you want to be on the path? Yeah, okay. That's how that went. And it was so great. It was really fun and everything. But when it just caught me so off guard because I wasn't, I didn't know that, and you couldn't really tell on camera if that was really real or not. And then she was just going to go about her merry way and not say anything. And I'm like, no, I will not stand for it. Even with sweet, lovely Amy. Yeah, but the next day I went back and had to watch it because I thought, oh my God, did I freak out a lot? Obviously, I didn't freak out too much because I remained on the show. No one kicked me off. I got to still play along. But yeah, I do think, I do think that I couldn't help it because I am so frustrated about it's just frustrating. I think we all are feeling, I don't know, is it just me? I mean, there's got to be people that are feeling this frustration in the chase. And as we're all just in this holding pattern, and it's okay. So many try to get their 15 minutes of fame. Now that's not breaking news. Yeah, I couldn't figure out, and it's like, Amy, it's not like she is trying to get a go for, a certain amount of subscriber. I don't think she's really trying to grow her channel, or I don't know what that, so it's like, I don't get what the motive was to tease us like that, although, yeah, I get, I don't know, there's just too much tension and too much icky in the community, that when people that really got to be a part of the inner circle, which I consider Amy a part of the inner circle, she got to be a part of a film crew with Dale and film Forrest in his house. So Amy got to be there. So she got to have, a real relationship with Forrest. And so, as did everyone on that panel sitting there. There's Cynthia, and whatever. So it's like those guys, they need to not, I just think when you're at that level and of respect in the chase, you just, you got to be so careful with this, poor searches. Mm-hmm. Who wants to come on with me? Yeah, there's too much tension to be. It was a great show, wasn't it, Meat Man? It really, really was. It was a great show and it was a lot of fun, and I was so glad to be a part of it. Um, but there. What was with flashing the press badge? Yeah, I don't know. She wanted to play reporter investigator. I think she was just like, playing a part. I think Amy gets on and wants to, likes to play a part. And so I think that's why she's like, I am, and drug out an old press pass. I don't really know. Again, I was sent a link, I clicked a link, and next thing you know, there I am. It's not like I talk to these people. I don't. I mean, I don't talk to Amy. I wish. I don't, she's not like, I thought that was odd. Hi, Lucky Digger. Hi, Richard Rutherford. Hi, MJ Inzer. Hi, Winston. Good to see you all in here. Thanks for joining me tonight. I thought it was odd. Okay, where is it? Role play. Yeah, she played. Yeah, she gets on YouTube and has a, tries to have a shtick, which makes her show a lot more interesting than mine. I have no shtick tonight. I could take fake phone calls. How about that? The Hyde Park in Santa Fe calls me. Excuse me, ma'am. Did you really mean to book a campsite in Hyde Park in Santa Fe, New Mexico? Well, I why is it? Can I get out of it? Well, we're just wondering if you're really the camp type. We're not sure if we should let you. But I'm thinking August in Santa Fe, there's probably not going to be a burn. You can't probably have any fires anyway. So hi, ES. How's it going? Ooh, I still think about that. You going over your idea of the solution. It's really good. I like it. But you know what? I can be so easily persuaded because I hear whatever them talking about. Okay. You know what else? I picked up on when I was on Amy's channel the other night is when they started talking about the hotel room that Jack stayed at the night, like he said he slept in and then went and got the chest, right? And so we were talking about all that, and Justin said, came up with the idea of what's this bottle of wine he got, and that kind of narrows down where he could be staying, how far away he would be from the search area to the hotel where he's, that he spent the night before he went. And I had something, what I said, wow, I bet you could get a good bottle of wine in Cody. And he goes, but why? And Justin said, but why would he stay further away from his search area and stay in Cody? So it's like, it didn't click at the time, but when I listened to it back, the next day I was watching it. So and looking at the chat and stuff, and I watched it all again and cringe about that whole situation. But anyway, that part, but I picked up on that because he said, but why? But like he just kind of mentioned it in passing. It's like, how does Justin, it was like presumed that Justin knew Jack's search area, not the necessarily, and all of them, and we're making it really feel like Yellowstone, absolutely somewhere Yellowstone borders, right? But the way, I just thought, what is he, he's assuming in Yellowstone, and I think he assumes more than that, Penny Jones. I think he assumes he knows kind of the area. That's what I was thinking after, just what I said. Okay. Yeah, so what else was interesting from that? Did you guys have a chance to see? I didn't tell my borders theory. Oh, there's a borders theory. There has to be a borders story involved in the solve. I mean, I can't believe it wouldn't be, just because there's too many borderline biddies, borderline borders. Is a theme in the chase, and so it has to have, I think the solve, I know that would be a good thing to go, elements of the undeniables, like I think that's one of those things that is one of the undeniables. Cody isn't close to the GPS location. Oh, right. It wasn't how Jack solved the poem. It wasn't by using GPS coordinates. And so, oh wait, I was thinking of another, but okay, there's something really good to talk about. Jack, oh yeah, holy cow, this has been a really good week. In the Fenniverse, or it's been a very interesting week because I'm forgetting about K-Pro's shows with Toby and identifying the Jack interactions. Wowza. But listening to that and listening to Jack's, what he had to say, that one interview was amazing, because hi, Greg Keller. Hi, Bill Gorman. Hi, who else am I? Did I say Richard Rutherford? Did I say hi to you? Hello, dear. Nice to see you. Hey, you want to come on, Greg? Here, I'll paste. Enter. Would you like to enter? And oops, let me get back so I can see what I'm doing. I have a okay, where did my attention go? Okay, Jack, I'm talking about what he said on AGK on, I wrote it down. June was it either the 14th or the 28th? The 14th. June 14th, 2019. I wrote down dates and then didn't identify. Thanks. Once daughter's in bed, I might be able to need to fix libation first. Okay. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Here we go. Erica's joining us tonight. Or maybe I'm not supposed to say, okay, just yes is joining us. Okay, so Jack said, back to where I was, Jack had said when he called HEK, talked about that as I have gone alone. So it's like, where has he gone alone in the book? So Jack kind of insinuated how he solved it in that phone call with Toby, by talking about the methodology of looking for places in the book where he's alone. And so, okay, so where I see alone in the book is, okay, I think it is A Long Ride Home. Where is it? Looking for Lewis. Oh, here we go. The Long Ride Home. Oh, that blew my theory. Okay. As I. So, okay, another way to look at his as I, since I just worked that out live on camera. Yeah, because where has he gone alone? Another thing is as I. So like these, what about these eyes? As I have gone alone. So what if the chapter has I, the big letter I, and it's where he's alone. And so this is the story of Jumpstarting the Learning Curve. It's a story where he falls asleep. Yes, are you in here? Oh, whoops. Hang on, try again. Okay. Did I do something wrong? Are you there? There he is. Hi, ES. He's connecting to audio. Yes, come in and save me. I'm rambling of nothing.
You're never rambling.
I'm only rambling. How are you tonight?
Nice to not see you. It's a free flow of ideas. Which
yes.
Is what everyone loves.
It's a free flow of ideas.
Yeah.
Thank you for jumping in the stream.
Well, thank you for posting the link. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, good.
I got my second COVID shot today, and I only have a slight headache, which I'm countering with some strong beer.
Oh, I too got but I just got my first COVID shot. My arm is still a bit sore. I just got it a couple days ago. Let's see, it was Wednesday, and today's Friday.
Moderna,
so it's
Moderna or Pfizer.
I don't know, whatever they gave me. I didn't pay attention. I'm just like, hurry up, get it. Or come on. They gave me a card. They're coming back. They scheduled me again. I don't really even care. I don't care. Just please, just everybody go get that shot. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to normal.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear that, the 40% of the United States has now had at least one shot, and that we're ahead of the rest of the country, the rest of the world, which surprised me because I thought other parts of the world would be ahead of us, but we're doing good.
Yeah, that's great. Let's get everybody, back to normal and so we can all travel
So,
again. So we can go travel without worrying about everything, so we can go eat in restaurants on the road, stay in hotels, do it all.
so I got a question for you.
Okay.
Throughout, and actually, I'm a little bit more prepared tonight. I've got my thrill of the chase in front of me.
Okay, me too.
Yes.
Let's play.
When you're going through the book, it's mostly sepia tones, right? Browns.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Where is the color in the book?
Is on Peggy.
And?
Well, they're all colored. I mean, if you consider.
No, sepia. It's like
brown. The black and white pictures are colored then. Or,
Yeah, they're black and white. Black and white is a color. But on page 142, there's Peggy, and she's kind of in color. But she's also in the browns.
She's definitely in color.
Right?
It's just, right?
Where else in the book do you find color? Well,
right here
in the book, not the what is it? Dust cover.
My dear forest. Where else do we find color? What do you mean? This is color. Or is that still sepia tone? You better sepia just tell me because I think this is all in color.
Okay.
Because
what color sweater did Forrest love to wear?
Purple. Okay, what else is in color is the do not touch in red. Are you talking about that, or are we talking about pictures?
I'll tell you what's in color. If you
open chest?
No, you open it's either in the front part of the book or the back part of the book. There's an identification card.
Yeah. I just showed you that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is that aberration around the edge?
It's the tape. The tape is in color.
The purple. That purple is a spot-on match.
Oh yeah. The purple. Right. The remnants of the stamp. That looks like a remnants of an actual postage stamp.
It is. So what do you think that postage stamp is?
It's a postmark.
It's a 3-cent Jefferson.
Oh! You mean the actual stamp?
The actual stamp. It's
Isn't it a Washington or a?
No, it's a 3-cent Jefferson stamp.
Okay.
Let me read.
And what do you have on that? Is that like are we talking about? Because you know what else is always interests me about this? I'm going to show you guys all again. Just for those who don't have the book, all those borders. Look at all those lines that cross, and it's transparent, so you can see all the lines underneath that go with this picture of the plane. They all shine through that identification card, and so it's like, why drop that transparency and make all those lines cross, and then there's that purple border.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the big deal that he made about George Washington.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, George Washington. Let me read you something here, and our listeners also.
It's like touching Washington, or it's the same as, like he let all the kids touch Washington.
Mm-hmm. George Washington was the first time they actually did a 3-cent stamp was in 1851, and it was George Washington. So I'm going to read something here. By 1851, record numbers of Irish immigrants were settling in the U.S., raising the national population to over 23 million. To ease the strain on postal clerks, the Postal Service introduced new rates and practices. Prepaid postal rates dropped from 5 cents to 3 cents on letters traveling up to 3,000 miles. It may not sound like a significant difference now, but it was a big savings for the people of the time when you consider that the cost of the 5-cent stamp in 1851 would be equivalent to more than $10 in today's wages. And the 3-cent stamp would cost over $6. The lower rate was intended to encourage people to prepay postage, lighten the burden on postal clerks, and allow mailers to simply drop their letters in the post office slot rather than wait in long lines. Before about 1847, it was all cash on delivery for postage because there was no real postage route. But in 1848, the gold rush spurred 30,000 people, I think, in 1849 to cross over into California, and then more and more people crossed across the plains during that time. So that's why they had to establish the treaty in 1851 with the Native Americans.
And then eventually, that all evolved into airmail because of that whole situation. They needed to get to California to blah blah blah, but and that happened way earlier than you would think. That happened early on in aviation history. That was like, they used
probably. I think it was there was a gentleman that died in an airplane crash, and I can't remember him, but he went up to Alaska, and he was at one point or another he was a postal carrier, I believe. I can't remember the guy's name, but that was like in the 20s, in the 1920s.
Right.
And stuff.
David in the room, I'm sorry, asks who is the guy speaking? That's right. No one can see you unless I'm gonna pin you. And so it at least Eric, when you go to speaker, it shows your name. Or don't you want me to show your name?
No, that's fine. I don't care.
I could rename you back to plain yes.
I'm gonna pull up some more links, but that one for the postage stamp I think was a key one because let's face it, an identification card from when he was a kid that says he's 17 years old, that's weird. Okay, that's an aberration.
Well, yeah.
Who posts
that lives out on the edge?
Yeah. It says he's
the edge of the book.
years old, and it's a picture of him when he's 9. That's bizarre. But I'm going to pull up some other coincidences, which I thought I had, but I actually at one point sent these to Forrest, and of course he didn't respond.
Oops.
Okay. Now I mentioned some of these before on the last time I was on the call or on your program. Congress authorized the smallest U.S. silver coin in 1851. It was a 3-cent piece, silver 3-cent piece. That one where Forrest says he went 50 miles out of the way, and they went to a schoolhouse, and on the schoolhouse it said God, something about God.
Yeah, something that who labors with children or teaches a child labors with God. Yeah.
Well, he knew that probably because of his dad. His dad was a teacher. Right? So.
Well, right, because his dad took him made him go to that little one-room schoolhouse that had that over the door every year.
Right. And that was actually the foundation for the modern education system. And the guy's name is Horace Mann. But Horace Mann spoke out about slavery because there was in 1850, there was something called the Fugitive Slave Act that was put in so people from the South could go up, the slaves at the time, if they were trying to escape from the South, it allowed people from the South to go up and get their, what they refer to as their property, which is really messed up. But Horace Mann spoke out strongly against it in 1851. Of course, Uncle Tom's Cabin, which most of us have heard of, was first published in 1851. And going back to Dizzy Dean.
Okay, and that's in That's legit, because that's in Once Upon a While, the revised
Yeah.
version. He made a big deal about adding that.
Yeah, right. Why do you think he added that? It wasn't just he was trying to get people, come on guys, figure this out. Well, guess when the first baseball uniforms were worn?
I have
1850,
no.
1851. I told you about let's see what else. And then there's some related things I mentioned the last time I was on about page 51, right?
Okay.
Well, here's something that just occurred to me. In My War for Me, where he says the moving finger writes, and it has
Having
that.
writ. Yeah.
Right, right. And that's like a guy, a Persian philosopher.
Yep. Omar.
Right. Okay.
Somebody.
Take a guess what verse that is.
Oh, like 51.
Yep.
1851.
Well, I think it's all pointing, they're all like subtle clues for people to, say, hey.
And you know what's really interesting about also your page 51? I'm showing everybody in the room, and is this stamp is the same, is on the left-hand side, first of all, or on the right-hand side.
Right.
So it's unique in the book, right? And what's also unique about having that, the only postmark that's on the opposite page, besides that fact, that postmark is the same postmark as what appears on the Golden Moor chapter, right? It's this,
Yeah.
it's the same
The
postmark.
same.
It's the June 5th blur, Friday, June 5th. It's the same.
That's too funny.
Did you know that one?
No, I mean, no. But, guess what? The page before, which he says, my brother's being Skippy, right? That's on page 50, right? How many times did he mention 50? A lot. 50 miles, 50 this, 50 that. Well, as it turns out, the Fort Laramie Treaty, or also known as the Horse Creek Treaty, was first promised the Native Americans $50,000 for 50 years. But Congress changed that. But that's what was promised to them, interestingly. And on page 51 is a helicopter. Amelia Earhart flew an autogyro across the country. And guess where she crashed? One time. She crashed only once, in Texas, not far from Temple.
Huh. Who knew that? That's amazing.
Right.
That she crashed and lived through it.
Oh, of course she did, because she was lost in the Pacific. Her plane went down. She crashed on an island or whatever.
That makes me think of, guess what? There was in my hometown, my town that I'm in right now. There was a small plane crash, like a 2-seater plane crash, and they both were fine. Both people in that plane survived and were fine, and they crashed right outside of town. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've of course, with my interest in this, I've read a ton of books, like about early flight and things like that. And they used to be, planes were so unreliable, it was almost a guarantee that people would die, like in the 20s, until they established standards and stuff. But there was test pilots and people were dying all the time flying the airplanes.
Right. That's just, they were the pioneers. That's why. I'm looking again. I have the Teachers with Ropes chapter open to those George Washington references. And there are on page 112 and 113. He's got George Washington. I mean, I'm counting them here. He says, just on this page, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times just on page 112. And then on the other page, here's another one, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 3
Yeah.
more. So on those 2 pages, within those 2 pages, he mentions George Washington 7 times.
He's making a point.
And
I mean,
including the mentioning of the Bureau of Engraving design that the $1 bill then reversed the image of
Right.
George Washington for some reason. The actual portrait, he is facing right, but on the bill, he is facing left. But Gilbert Stuart, oh, well, anyway, I should just quit thinking about it because Forrest is telling us what happened with that.
Well, yeah, and he's like, most of them felt George Washington on his nose or chin, nose, right? And then he talks about cowboys punching. A cowboy came up and punched him in the nose and like hit him in the nose. He's talking about nose, 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 right? Well,
there's that where he's talking about touching the bronze statue to see if it's warm or cold. And then again, it's something else about touching the painting. Yeah, I explained that when touching a painting, you should not push or jab or scrape or use fingernails, but ever so gently just touch the paint and close your eyes. Most of them felt George Washington on his nose or chin. Yeah, right. It says it right there. They felt the painting on his nose or chin.
Where was lightning's blaze?
On his nose.
Yep.
That's the map chapter.
Yeah.
In my eyes, anyway.
It's just, I mean.
So so your border, your George Washington stamp, how does this 1851 then, how did you put that into your area? Or how does that, how does that fit into the poem, or how does that relate to, how can you tie it?
What's interesting about it is how over time I started to see sort of patterns about what really, and I had already been looking up the Wood River, right? Because I just had a hunch, and it was a beautiful area too. So I'd gone up the Wood River, but I read a book about Quanah Parker, which interestingly enough, I had been given like 20 years ago, and I'd never read it. But then I thought, I'm just going to read this book. Well, it turns out Quanah Parker, it mentions in the book, was a young man, was at the 1851 Treaty of the Horse Creek. And I thought, what the Horse Creek? Horse Creek is right there. Horse Creek is right on the Wood River. It basically flows into the Wood River.
And so Quanah Parker is not mentioned in TTOTC. Quanah Parker is not brought up until scrapbooks, or
right.
Is it in Too Far to Walk, or is it
Once Upon a While? Once Upon a While.
Once Upon a While. So if it really, do you think each time he published these books, like he was trying to, he kept adding more and more and more clues?
Yes. Do you have Once Upon a While right there?
Yeah. Which one?
Open it up to the chapter about Quanah Parker, and then look at the horse. It's right there. Nice.
My signed copy. Hi, Forrest. I always have to say hi when I see his.
I miss him too. He kind of came into my life, though I've never met him, but right when my father passed away. So he's kind of a pseudo.
I miss Forrest.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it? Okay, right here. 80. Oh my God, is it on page 80?
Yeah. Now there's more to that too, but I'll tell that later. Not for this. Right. Well, and that horse, I believe, has a blaze, doesn't it?
No, not on this one.
Oh.
But what's really interesting is there's underneath, if you look really close, I don't know if that's clear enough or not, but there's a map. Like, okay, if you look underneath, there's underneath this photo is a map. You can see the lines. It says like Glacier Monument or
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
or something like that. I can't, it's really faint, but you know, it's just the page design where they put the backdrop, they dropped a map behind this image. So that's really
An aberration.
no, like why would he?
Yeah, why would he do that? Everything's intentional. I mean, I'm convinced of it. I mean, there's a very
There's
bright.
it's like he didn't drop a map behind this picture, you know?
Right, right.
But what he did is draw attention to that whole chapter by putting this in the table of content, and then you go and then you know, so it's I know.
And I think that there in that book also there's one where he shows a letter from a cavalry person, right? There's a cavalry person in that book.
Yeah. What's his name? Like the Custer.
Well, it's the 7th Cavalry, but it was a book that he got, and he talks about it. I think it's in Once Upon a While, but look at the initials of the guy.
What is it?
AE.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
Or,
I mean, you could say, "Oh God, you're seeing things." No, I mean those things are real. I'm not imagining them. The coincidence,
they are definitely real, but
they seem too much. The coincidences for me,
right. It all depends on how far you want to spread
yeah.
that, you know, like how far you want to veer from the thrill of the chase. You know, do you want to?
Well, it's all stuff that's in the thrill of the chase, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, is Amelia Earhart actually in this book?
Well, let me ask you
Is
the
her
question.
name? Is her name in here?
What is the first and last letters of the first line and the first and last letters of the last line of the poem?
But how would you ever pick that up as a clue or a hint to Amelia Earhart when you're only using the book and the poem?
I mainly it's just like things that I've noticed, right? You know, wow,
Right.
that's bizarre. As I've gone alone in there, AE. I give you title to the gold, ID, identification. Now that could be imagined. I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, AEID. You know, on page 25, jumpstarting the learning curve. Saturday Evening Post, as I mentioned, that Norman Rockwell was from 1951. If you look at the cover of that 1951 issue of Saturday Evening Post, it
Right?
talks about Dizzy Dean.
Oh,
And you know who found that out was Heather. I forget her name, but she is no longer with us.
Heather
But
Dawn.
yeah, Yeah. She pointed that out actually, and I think she was onto something.
Um,
Like the whole thing with the the when he's in Vietnam and he stumbles over an aluminum, or he stumbles over a rock and he's facing an aluminum gravestone, right?
grave marker. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Aluminum grave marker. Who has aluminum grave markers? Right. Okay.
Soldiers.
Well, the Lockheed
Who
Electric
has a who
made
has a
of.
stone grave marker that has something written into it like a poem on a crudely
Right. Right. Well,
battlefield? I mean,
you know where that comes from? That poem. It's from
it's
1920.
somebody,
The
right, and
Smart
it's
Ones.
Mallory, and it's that guy who wrote it. That's his epitaph. That's his on his grave marker.
No, it's Mansion. Yeah, the guy's name is Mansion. It was 1924. It was called The Smart Ones. It was a periodical from 1924, and you can actually get it online, and I have it, but I just don't have it in front of me. But if you,
Uh, 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 I think I found different information than that about that piece. That
yeah,
that's Mallory.
it's
I'm
the
positive. I'm gonna look.
trying to find it.
Wait. What are we? What am I looking for again? Now my attention span just went. All of a sudden, it was like, okay, what chapter is that in? It's
Well, it's the one where it's from my
the
War.
smile at a homely girl. It's in My War for
Yes,
Me.
yes. That's from a 1924, I think is the date, and I'm trying to find it because
I have it. I know I have it written here in my notes, and yeah, it's M.E. The guy who wrote this is
yeah,
HLMENCKEN.
No, CHEN. I think it's HL mentioned.
Okay, CH.
Yeah,
I wrote K.
he
Okay.
was a humorist in the 1920s. And he wrote that in the Smart Ones. If you look at the edition of the Smart Ones, when he did that, guess what's on the front page? Advertised for $1, the book about the Persian guy, the philosopher of all things, is on that page.
Oh, that Omar, what's his name?
Yeah, it's like the first page of the 1951 Saturday Evening Post has Dizzy Dean, and the first page of this has, Omar, whatever his name is.
I'm gonna say hi to some people in the chat that I've noticed are in here since. Hi, David Bradshaw. Hi, Silver Fox. Who is, and I saw Vicus Patil. I don't know. It's a name I've never seen before. And I'm just reading what David Bradshaw has said. The first cavalry was responsible for the protection of Yellowstone before it was a national park, as a direct result of Congress sending the cavalry into the park, and President and General Ulysses S. Grant. And you know that S in S. Grant stands for nothing. He didn't have a middle name, he didn't have a middle initial, and they just put S in there because it sounded more presidential to have an initial.
I think I heard that somewhere. I saw a documentary on him.
So the S is like, that's just like that whole Forrest, leaving letters out, putting letters in, or making up his own word, whatever. That's that Ulysses S. Grant's total S isn't totally made up, not real. I heard that you were Jack's mistress. Shh. Those are vicious lies and rumors.
Nice.
Hysterical. Oh, what's more funny is that Cynthia said that she's his mom. Jack's mom.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, a bunch of clowns. We were just clowning around. Okay, so how does this border of the George Washington stamp tie into a location in the real world?
Well, I mean, I think that when you look at it, I think it's just all little snippets of small information, hints. They're all just little hints. But when they add up, they're confirmations. My personal opinion, I mean, I know everyone believes their solve is right, but I think that's what the deal is like you just have a hint here, a hint here. And if you look at it, it's like, okay, well, that's kind of odd. But then if you start looking at the bigger picture, God, why is there so many references to 51? Why the purple?
But anybody could, I see that whole George Washington thing. Like, why mention, say, George Washington or the name Washington 7 times, 8 times within 6 paragraphs or whatever? I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of time saying that.
Right.
So that does seem like something that sticks out and is, it's just.
Yeah, is it
tying it to the stamp?
Is it a coincidence? Yeah, I mean, by itself it is. But when you start looking at the big thing with all the number of things that relate to it, maybe it's something more. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, look at
you can find the treasure, so
Whammy Cheetah Hop says Ulysses was his middle name. Oh, I'm getting called out. Not true. S stood for Samuel. It was his actual first name. Oh, I see. So was it Samuel Ulysses?
well, somebody did a quick Google search.
Ulysses was his middle name, but West Point listed him as Ulysses S. Grant. Oh, isn't that interesting? Wow, there goes my dime store education from Wikipedia. I'm sure I read that on Wiki. I mean, I didn't make that up. I read that somewhere that
I thought I had heard it too.
Right. I mean, Whammy. I mean, that could be very well. Sounds true. I don't know, but I believed the other story, so whatever. Look at this useless, wonderful information that Forrest Fenn has inspired us to learn.
Actually, I think a lot of the viewers tonight would agree that it's been fun with the amount of stuff that we've learned.
Yeah.
I mean, I've enjoyed it a lot. Oh yeah, here it is. It's the Smart Set from 1921. Volume 66, number 4 from 1921. And it's the evolution of the art critic, I think. It's opening up right now.
Godolkin says, so when I was in Cody, if you ever visit the old trail town, there is one room schoolhouse with a portrait of George Washington on the wall. Really?
Do you know where there's another portrait of George Washington? At Fort,
There's tons of them. And or
well, at Fort
Gilbert
Laramie.
Stewart. Where?
Fort
Fort
Laramie.
Laramie. Oh,
Yeah, I drove all the way out there. It was pretty amazing. It's a national park. Um, but yeah, it's there in one of the rooms is it looks like a Gilbert Sullivan, but a picture, a drawing of George Washington. And this, it's page 2. I stand corrected. There's a cover, but it says World's Greatest Books on sale till December 1st, 1921. The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, and it's number 1 on the list.
yeah. Yeah.
And his thing was something about the art critic. Oh yeah. It's bizarre looking at this. I mean, it's a scanned copy from it's called Repetition General. The critic as artist is what it is. This is all from 1921. You can find it online.
Hi, K Pro. I see you're popping the chat saying I'm back. A Whisperer. Hi, A Whisperer. Because I Can says, wasn't in Puerto Rico at one point being talked about as the 51st state?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Washington, D.C. now, right?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Well, they're going to try to push that through, I think.
Okay. So what do you think? Did you watch K-Pro's show on when she had Toby on and listen to those clips from when Jack was live on Toby's show?
I heard part of that, yeah. You mean about the bias, right? Confirmation.
No, well, that, yeah, but he was actually they found 5 times. So he was on 3 text messages and 2 phone conversations. And one was about bias, but the phone call before that bias one was about him talking about his actual methodology, how he was working on the poem. He said something about the as I have gone alone. And so he started looking for alone, where he went alone in the book. And I'm just paraphrasing, or just trying to put together what I gathered from what Jack was saying. Like, I listened to it a couple times going, what? He's basically describing to us how he used the poem to find the clues in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's worth it. You should definitely go back and watch that.
I think I saw parts of it. The parts where the clips were, I believe. Yeah.
Hi, I gotta say hi to a couple people that somebody just said hi. Hi, John Townsend. Hi, 2 Trips. Hi, Midori Gurin. Lucky damn it, I hate homework. K-Pro is Lucky Digger giving you homework? No, K-Pro? I was too busy looking out the window with my eyes closed, says Kadelkan. Hi, Mary Green. I see in the chat. I just heard the door downstairs. I think my sister's home from work.
I think I'm going to take off for the evening, but I appreciate your you doing this on Friday nights.
And I sure appreciate you stopping in and kicking around ideas with me.
I know.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a lot of fun because you've got a lot of information, and it's good to collaborate.
And so do you. And that's just the thing. You're not alone. We are not alone.
We're not alone in there.
We are not alone in there. There's a lot of people that have gathered so much and learned so much from the chase. It's really fun to talk about. And anyway, thanks for stopping in. And
yeah,
I will see you again soon, right? And
yeah, I'm always listening. Sometimes I join.
Okay, it's great. Well, I'm happy to have you lurking too. I know what that is too. I am a lot. I am a lurker.
Okay, have a great weekend.
You too. Talk to you again soon.
Take care. All right, bye.
Bye. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, thumbs up for ES, everybody. I've got 50 people watching. Thanks for all joining me tonight. I'm trying to read the chat. Something about Forrest and his marbles. And I'm kind of okay. So I just too started thinking about, okay, talk about that Jack call in to a gypsy's kiss, talking about as I have gone alone and how he started there. Start in the beginning. It instantly makes me think of this page where I as I, because okay, so there happens to be 9 capital letter I in the poem. There are 9 capital letter I's in the poem, right? The Golden War chapter starts with it, but what else I find really interesting about that is the next page where we got another drop cap and it's an A. So and I is also a 1, a Roman numeral 1. And a 1 on a phone keypad doesn't have any letters associated with it. A starts with 2. I don't know what any of that means. I just I just hope that someday just saying these things out loud and trying to find that connection between A and I, as I, A and I. There's A and I in the Golden War chapter, but it's I and A, I don't know. This is going to drive us all crazy. It's going to drive me too late. This is a frustrating little game that we've gotten ourselves into here. And it was frustrating before, or, but it was more frustrating in a different sort of way. It was more of a frustrating challenge in this whole, but now that it's done, it's frustrating at a whole new level. Well, you guys all know what I'm talking about. I don't think she saw it K-Pro. Maybe not. I thought it was, maybe it will be the talk of the town. What? Susie, if you could buy a new car, what would it be? If it was new? I mean, anything that was made within the last 5 years. But no, there's big news on the vehicle front. My sister, the one who just got home from work, bought herself a 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee and gave me her 2001 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I now have a vehicle that runs. Oh, this is big news. But again, it's 2001. It's a 20-year-old, but it's great. It goes and it's solid, man. That thing is solid. That's got some miles to go on it. So it's awesome. This has only happened within days, and so it still hasn't really sunk in, it's so good. But if I get to pick any car, I'll take a Grand Cherokee again. They're just awesome. Who's asking me about cars? Why? But you did make me think of that's amazing thing. This has been a big week. I don't know why. It just seems, I don't know. Forrest said the school house was 50 miles away, and he rode, or it was 50 miles out of the way. So was it 25 miles there and 25 miles back to get back onto the right way? I mean, it was 50 miles out of the way. So how do you, there's more than one way to look at that. I know, Hooli, isn't that, whoa. Did you see Shannon's video? No. Shannon Oots, our favorite, or not, now it's a different name because she's all married lady now. No, that's exciting. I want to go watch it. I'm waiting to go on live for Mike. Are you going live tonight right now? Is this serious? Is this breaking news? What's happening? Interesting perspective. ID. I like that. Or LD. Spirit body not in the coffin. Susie, go watch Shannon's video. Do you think I can? Okay. Oh, geez. Hey, maybe I can do it on this other computer. Think I can play it for everybody or no? I don't know how copyright rules go. I don't, if it's live for everybody, then why would it be any different me showing it on my channel than, I don't understand these things. What's the name of her channel? Is it just under God, I can't remember now. Odious Soul. Yeah. Oh my God. I just saw myself on YouTube, the screen grab that they have to click on everything, and I'm I look like that. Great, now I'm gonna be a meme. Dang it. Okay. Okay. What am I looking for? Odious Soul. OLM. Uh-uh. It's a nothing burger. Susie, go watch. Yeah, but it's not. Do I not have? Is she not? Did she change her name? Is she not in my ODS? So. Oh, there she is. It says subscribed. Why? Oh, the Odious Soul. She's under the T's. Videos. Why don't you guys just tell me what? It's about chickens. What I learned from YouTube, chicken coop. Somebody help me. No one's on with me, but I want to, K-Pro, it's gonna make you mad if I have a guess. What's gonna make me mad? You might not want to watch it. I honestly do not see her video. Could you link it in the chat? Penny, she deleted it again. Why? Somebody just tell me what it is. Somebody just say. I did not give any accurate summary in less than 200 words. Oh my God, she deleted it. I know. So somebody just tell me, please. C. Davids did not give an accurate. Okay. Weekend updates on Odisol is on claiming that her partner may know Jack's spot, and she has an email from Jack, but then she declined to disclose the actual location. Why do that then? She knows something but won't tell. So then she's going to say, I know something, but I'm not going to tell you. And then take that video down too. I don't get it. Why would Shannon give people crap about asking and then do a video? It's literally nothing. So why did Shannon was the tuber? Read our exchange, then said that she had the location. Her search partner had the same location with 100 feet. I'm not going to stay on much longer, Greg. I'm too tired to keep thinking. Although I do have a whole nother beer. Hang on. There you go. Yeah, I know. Oh, so okay. So you're saying that Shannon was the one that contacted you guys or Capro, and I don't know who John Beardsley is, so I am not gonna, unless that's Greg undercover. Because I did not see John Beardsley in the room either. Then I gotta go here, then here. Then there. Okay. There's a lot of clicking around. I'm too tired to. Not deleted yet. I wonder why mine isn't showing it. Because did she just put it up? Does she have it under a different channel other than Odious Soul, the Odious Soul? But anyway, if it doesn't, if it's a nothing burger, then see, I have her, she's in my subscriptions, but I don't have her, I don't have my notifications turned on for her. I'm turning them back on. There. I love when people make condescending videos. Was it a condescending video? Greg, was that you, that mystery person? No, because I think you're just plain old Greg. Your name is the same. Okay, I'm opening the spear. Come on in, Greg. Now I've decided to have another. Oh, there's the link. April linked it. Okay, stand by, Greg says. Okay. Oops. I just clicked on my own link. I wonder what's going to happen because on my other computer, because I want to see this other video. There we go. Oh, I hate seeing myself on the. It's 45 minutes long. Oh, she streamed it live. Let's see. Okay, I will not watch it. Yeah, why is she jumping back into the drama? I mean, not that it's not great to see her, but I mean, if it's not good, then and a crap load of dust. Be right back, Cabro says. Video is 45 minutes long. Yeah, it looked like she live streamed it. Okay, I forgot to watch for Greg. Did you try to come in, Greg? And oh, you were gotta go make a beverage. What did he call it? A libation? Yeah. Allergy season. I'm gonna look at it on my phone and download it before she deletes it. Can I? Why can't I download it? Jack is playing the game. Thanks, Shannon. Don't envy Jack. His new normal is heinous. No, I don't think so. But then again, I don't have inside information like these people. Okay, well. Oh, I see Indy's still on live. Too. What do they got going on over there? On and on. Are you in here? Hi. Hi, Zozo Rocks. There was some nastiness towards non-Jack believers. Why do people need others to have their same opinion? Shakes my head. I don't know. People need to be right, I think. But yeah, it doesn't bug me if Jack, just because I believe Jack's a finder. I don't care if anyone else does or not. I mean, I think that's knock knock. Oh, gotcha, Greg. Sorry. Oops. Hi, Greg.
Hello.
What's
How are you?
happening?
Not too much. How's my audio? There's some new apparatuses that play. Apparati?
It sounds good to me, man.
All right. Trying to lock in my AM radio voice.
Perfect.
Yeah, we
Got it.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, everybody else in YouTube land with Susie.
Yeah.
How we doing tonight? Everyone's good?
What brings you back into the Fenniverse?
All my friends are digital.
Mine too.
I don't often hang out with too many friends outside of, planned gatherings weeks in advance these days.
Well, yeah, that's everybody, so yeah, this is our outlet. So you're just like, okay, let's go stick our head in see what's going on in the Fen world. Is that how that goes?
I still get all the notifications or see people live when I just open YouTube and it shows, content I once viewed or suggested or.
Right.
Yeah.
And there I was, and you're like, oh, hey.
Yeah, of course. Well, I knew you were going on tonight. I didn't know Indy was gonna. Thanks, Silver Fox said 2 of my favorite chasers, Susie and Greg.
Well, thanks. So Fox.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Are you going to go to Fenbury this year?
I don't think so.
Try to make it to any of the whatnots?
I think the finale might have been my last gathering.
You did get to go. You did get to go to a finale, so you have closure and finale in that sort, in that sense.
I had Vegas booked. I did, and then some personal things didn't work out too well, so had to stay home. That would have been fun.
It was fun. That was really fun.
I was jealous.
I got to do that.
I know what people feel like who were watching us in West Yellowstone who couldn't be there. I had that same missing out sadness. But.
Well, I was all I want to go to Fenbury this year. I want to go to Santa Fe in August and book myself a campsite. I do not own a tent. I do not have a sleeping bag. I don't have no business camping anywhere.
Well, you could always buy a tent when you land. You could always buy a tent and then just give it away like for cheap. You could get a $60 tent at a nearby Target in Santa Fe or something, and then just see if anyone wants it or we'll give you $20 for it or something, to take out who's driving locally,
Right. And so I booked 2 nights. But...
Oh, cool. Hey,
it seems funny and ridiculous now that I did it, but it also gives me something to shoot for. And if I don't ever, I'm out $28. The worst case scenario, I'm out $28.
Sure. Yeah, over the campsite. Yeah, right. Yeah. And sorry if I blast anyone out. I apologize. I I'm using this new thing and I don't want to get too
Wow.
close. Yeah, I know.
Look at
And
that. That's super.
I can't even
fun.
tell. So I don't have the monitor on, so I can't tell how loud
But you
it
do
is.
sound really good.
Yeah,
but
I push it away from my damn self, so it's over there.
I think Zoom takes care of all that.
If you
stuff.
have the audio adjust, I just want to make sure, because if I get really close, it'll get much louder, too quick. So all right, cool, we're good. I just want to kill anyone in the chat like K-Pro used to do.
It's called glamping. Says
Yeah.
Dave.
Glamping's fun.
I know. Do some car camping in my new old Jeep. Maybe. I don't know. It's too much to think about, but I did it anyway and just thought, okay, I have months to come up with a plan,
Well, I think everyone realizes their bodies have gotten too old for sleeping on the ground in a tent, unless you have the good cushions, because now I go to these cabins that just have kind of bare bones bunks with like the thin
cots or
material. They have like the thin material mattress, and then I still bring a sleeping pad for those. But because if it rains, you have a roof with shingles, you have a couple electric outlets. But sleeping on the ground after you stay in a simple cabin like that sleeps 4, it's, man, you're like,
it's brutal, isn't
yeah,
it?
you realize.
I know,
like,
I'm way
I mean,
too old
you can
for that.
bring people bring air mattresses to put in the big tents.
If I'm, well, I should have dreamt bigger. If I'm going to play make believe and book campsites and I'm not a camper, I should have booked one with at a camper site that has electricity. If I'm going to dream, I should have dreamed big. I should have just went for the camper and then tried to figure out how I was going to get a camper.
Yeah. I wonder, does Hyde Park have any rental cabins?
They have yurts. They have 3 yurts.
I don't know if I know what those are.
It's one of those round, it's like a round tent with real sides. You don't know what a yurt is? Google yurt right now.
I feel like if I spelled that wrong, I might get some adult material.
Y-U-R-T.
Oh, okay. Yurt.
I think so. Y-U-R-T. It's a what is it? It's a cabin that's made out of fabric. It's not a cabin, and it's not a tent. It's a teepee. It's a fancy teepee.
All right.
Situation.
That's right, Silver
But
Fox.
anyway,
I thought Huli,
and they're $150 a night now. So that one was, I couldn't play make believe with real money like that.
There were a few
believe with $28, and
there were a few ladies that mentioned like renting a Airbnb or a Verbo, VRBO, outside of the park, and then
and still it would be nice to have a campsite there and as a backup plan, but actually a sleeping place in a real bed.
Hey, Anon and Lucky Digger, how you doing? Redneck Express. Anon said Shannon video summary. Yes, I know where Jack. Yes, I know where Jack was searching, and nanny boo boo. I won't tell. So get over it, move on, because I, Shannon, have closure. What the f?
Is that what it? Oh, you just summed it up. Ooh, Shannon.
Well,
that seem like our lovely Shannon.
Well, the way her video started was a similar sentiment that I had the night it was announced it was found, when I was on, and I gave, like, everyone went around the room giving final thoughts, and I said, Finder can do what they want, go off into the sunset. They don't owe us a damn thing. But I only watched 3 minutes of Shannon's video, so.
Redneck Express says yurt equals a semi-permanent tent on a platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alan
it's
K
like
just
deck. It's like a tent over a deck.
Alan K just busted me. He said I was Shannon's search partner, and now he's leaving.
Okay. Taking my marbles and going home.
Yep. That's right. Taking my ball.
I'm surprised at Shannon getting so salty. I mean, it seems like, I don't know, I didn't hear this night, but I'm just hearing what you guys are saying.
Well, if her partner was really that close, I mean, that'd be cool. Like almost too close for like disappointment, comfort. But I was just happy to be in the right state,
Right.
Yeah.
But okay. So
Ellen, I said we should start a new conspiracy that so many of us met in Missouri during like peak COVID, and we all solved this thing, and then Jack is just the figurehead kingpin, being the proxy finder for all of us, and really we all have a piece of gold at our houses. Susie, we could start.
Is that what you did?
No, I'm saying all of us. You were there too, right? Wink, wink. We could say all of us tubers, and it could just be this grand new fodder for. Oh, by the way, Susie, did you add a section on your channel for paid membership?
No.
Sorry, I had to. I saw your comment.
I mean, who what?
I had to. That's all I can say. That's the last I'm going to say. That was funny. But that's the conspiracy. We can say we're all part of a cabal that solved this thing, and Jack is the proxy finder for all of us, and we all have one piece of the chest.
I don't think I said anything, but the only thing I said is good luck with that.
Yeah, that is.
Maybe that's all I said. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but I miss the camaraderie. I don't necessarily miss the telling this person their solve is wrong, or this or the mine is right because stuff. But I like miss the people. So,
right. And the whole
the community.
Yeah, it's the community, and we're all in this together, you know.
Yeah, I just don't like killing or trampling on too many dead horses. You know what I mean? For too long, I guess. But also, I've been roped into talking about some smaller things about the chase. Lately.
Melinda Cash says, Susie, I have a travel trailer.
Ah, you guys live near each other.
Okay. I have a Jeep with a hitch. Lori James says, not salty at all.
Silver Fox said, Greg, give us the rundown. What do I think happened here?
Yeah. What do you got? People are sick of hearing my
I don't know.
Nothing burgers.
I mean, I have no reason to believe Jack's not the finder. I get that he's, there's been contradictory things that has been said, or emails, or ways he answers some searchers, or, people say he doesn't have the solve because he won't give it. I don't know. That's all his proprietary information. But I don't know. Until I have a reason to doubt he actually had it solved. Based on what he was sharing with Toby, I can understand, what he discovered about things, patterns or slip ups by Forrest, maybe. I don't know. So I don't have any reason to. I don't know. I mean, I do think the timing was just god awful how Forrest passed, and then so soon afterward.
Yeah, it almost.
That was like a weird ending. We had an event called the Fennhaven, and he was like, "Peace out."
And it's still, it still could be. This ending could still be curated. This could have been a curated ending, and still have, like, I don't know if the AGK, showing that Jack was a part of our community. Now, you could still build a conspiracy on that as well, saying, yeah, like he had to show up, in the Fenniverse amongst the searchers before, to build up him as a legitimate. I mean, you could still spin that in many ways.
I mean, I don't know, like, is it easier for people to make suspicions to keep things alive than it is to say, okay, he found it, let's still imagine what the solve was if we don't get it? But is it easier for people to be suspicious because they don't have details versus saying he's choosing to disseminate what he wants when he wants? Maybe our imagination's more prone to wandering to the negative side of things. If that makes sense.
For sure. When we're left up to our own imaginations to color in this picture, we're using these little scraps that we're fed, that we get these little bits and pieces and these scraps, and we're just trying to color in this big picture,
Silver Fox said, fair answer. Thanks, Greg. And what you were saying, Susie, just now, it's like when a suspicious spouse, hasn't heard from their husband or wife in an hour, and they start assuming the worst. Where are they? Who are they with? What are they getting up to? And because they don't have the info yet or whatever. But then as soon as the husband gets home, he says, "Oh, I got, my phone ran out of battery and I got a flat tire." I don't know. But until you get the info, then your mind's going to wander to the negative, suspicious, untrustworthy side of things.
Yeah, you get to fill in the story yourself when you only have a beginning and an end. Until
the wife asks the tow truck driver and the husband separately what tire was flat. To see if they give the same answer.
Let's see that road receipts.
Yeah.
I need receipts.
Yeah.
Jack is the finder and is going to cash in on the solve for his kids' retirement fund, med school for 2 years, about 300,000. I think you're right, Mary Green. I mean, obviously the story he's got to throw away the story by not,
I do agree with what Silver Fox just said. He said, "My doubt in Jack is only because of Jack and his strange behavior." Kind of like what Illinois Ghost pointed out. He said, we sort of all find it to be strange. Like there wasn't a picture of him in the woods with the chest sitting on his lap, like Indian style, just kind of looking.
Who would have took the picture?
Like a selfie, but like, holy crap, here it is, like nothing to show that he was on site. Or at the moment of discovery, to share later.
But what if he was taking video of the whole time? It was video and not sitting there making stills, if he was
even a GoPro video, you could pull stills from just to share with,
but
just to show the exaltation of your discovery, like when he supposedly sat there crying.
Right. But maybe that's what's maybe what he's saving, the juicy bits.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he has other designs for it, surely. I think that's what people want, though, is the seeing him on the ground, like in country, with it versus a lawyer's office.
Situ.
Yep. In the bush.
Right. That would be ideal. But I mean, if he did this all alone, I mean, chances are we're going to get that or zero, but if he did have somebody with him, if there was a recreation, that doesn't mean that there couldn't be a recreation after the fact,
Yeah.
if he did want to.
Yeah, I think, and Alan Kay, he said he doesn't care about the dumb chest, which it's obviously is not available to any of us, but we want to know why that spot meant so much to Forrest. Why?
Would it be okay to know the spot without knowing the solution?
Well, maybe.
If they just said, okay, it's here, the spot is here, but we don't ever get to know how it was cracked.
Well, knowing the spot, you might be able to go backwards if you can find the creek or the heavy loads and water high just outside of the ground zero. You might be able to figure out.
You might be able
to attach the clues to the poem,
right?
Depending on the distance between or what you can see on Google Earth, I guess. But the creek, if there is a creek, it should be identifiable. You know what I mean? But just to go there, I mean, obviously, there's the fear of tearing up the area, but I think we'd be able to figure out why it was special to Forrest, just to know the spot at least, based on the territory it was in.
Well, I think that's another thing that came out in listening back to Jack talk on AGK, was that he was concerned about the destruction of the spot before he even found it. Like he found when he called in 2019, he already knew the location, and he was calling and said, do you think Forrest is concerned about this location being damaged or destroyed? His special spot being destroyed? That was the conversation why he called. So what makes it, what is so unique?
I don't have all the kernels of knowledge of what Jack said in emails to people or the talks with Toby, but did he after the fine say that he did know in 2019, or are we assuming he knew? Okay, I couldn't remember if he was just
He knew in
hypothetically.
20.
Yeah,
He knew
I
that-
knew he was refining it. I just didn't remember if he was. It was like a hypothetical question to Toby, like, are you worried about the destruction of the area?
Yeah, but we already
Okay.
he knew what we know now is when
I've been away for so long, so
when
not
he
so
was
long, I just
talking
haven't
to
followed it.
Toby, he was talking to Toby. He in his he already knew at that
Mm.
point.
Right.
He just
Yeah.
hadn't gone and got it, or hadn't had it. He wasn't in the correct area forest in that area.
He wasn't in forest.
He wasn't in the right section of that forest. He was
Right.
in the forest, but not in the right section of that forest, is how he describes it.
Yeah.
In 2018.
Yeah. I haven't been,
So
I
when
haven't
he
been
called in
chronicling.
2019 in the fall, late fall, he already, why was he like, curious about, because that would not be one of those things that that I really thought about when I was trying to work on this, or worry about finding the location. I never thought, oh, I'm gonna really worry about this being destroyed. It seems like it was it seems like just a weird excuse.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah.
It doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make sense really.
Well, I
to
know.
me.
I mean, I know I often reference geocaching, but he says he was, what did he say, 25 days, 21 days? What was he doing? Walking?
Yeah, 25 days it took him
Of
after he figured out.
walking a grid, basically. And I've visited.
Yeah, he finally was systematic enough. He said he went back a lot of those 25 days. He wasn't. We don't know how many of them actually of those 25 days that he wasn't systematic, but then he decided to be more,
Right. Yeah.
do the grid thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I remember before my first boots on the ground, I did say to my dad, like, sorry, I used the word like too much. I'm like, should I go to a Home Depot and just buy little tent stakes, stick it, and then in the ground and do like 8-foot rope string grids.
Yeah, like an
but,
archaeologist
right,
would,
right,
like
but-
a real.
Well, what I was trying to get at was I visited the locations of a simple 30 caliber ammo can in the woods looking for a geocache. I've gone several trips just to find one of those, and those are just worthless with a piece of paper to sign and some little kids' toys. And unless you're trying to be the first one to find it, it might have a $5 Starbucks gift card in it or something. So, but I can understand I've seen areas torn up when you're survey flags, Sludneck, exactly. Like I've seen places just completely bushwhacked, logs turned over. You could see all the ruts from like people on their hands and knees just digging around. So I can understand his concern with spending 3 weeks.
When there's nothing left there, when there's
Right.
when there's nothing to dig or to look for or to scamper about, I mean, there's nothing.
Well, especially, and that's the funny part, imagine spending 25 days. Imagine if he hadn't found it, but it was only a mile to his right, or even 200 feet to his right, but he never advanced out of his radius, out of his grid. And that's the frustrating part, because for other searchers who might have been in similar spots, you just don't think it's over that far, but you just didn't look, but you only have so much time. That would have been something, because 25 days, you better scour that thing. You're gonna spend that kind of time investing.
Well, it just says how convinced or how positive he was that that's the location. Could be no place else. It's here,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then again, I don't know a lot of, but I know of other searchers who did that same thing, that returned to their spot over and over and over and over and over again, just thinking that it cannot be anywhere else but this,
I will say, I only made one boots on the ground trip, and I will say the first day went right to where I parked, went to the area, spent a few hours there, came back. The next day, it actually snowed overnight. So it was kind of cold, and I was hungover because I spent too long at Bullwinkle's. And so I kind of didn't get out till the early afternoon. And I looked in a couple other little spots, like little ideas, just to see if any kind of clues lined up. But on the the third day, I did make a plan to get up early and go right back to my spot. But I just walked a little bit different roundabout way in case maybe I missed, in case maybe the route you had to walk would lead you up to a different kind of nook or something. But then when I ultimately got to the final spot, I still scoured the same logs and the same underhangs that I had looked at 2 days prior, just in case my eyes didn't look deep in a shadow enough or something, just in case it was there and I overlooked it. So
rules are important to determining how things measure up.
it would have been funny if you typed the word rulers, like the measuring.
Yeah, I was just,
I thought it was supposed to be a dad joke for a second, but yeah.
I was thinking that same thing about rulers instead of rules, but
Was Kate Pro going live tonight? She said.
Yeah, was
That's
that?
unusual.
What was it?
I don't know.
What?
I don't understand if she meant like she's waiting till their next show to go live with Mike. The way she worded it, I didn't know if she meant tonight. I didn't look at their channel. Let me look right now. I mean, that'd be weird, but I thought she would have put in chat that they are going live just to let us know. No, they're not live. They're not live.
Okay. Look at my notifications.
No, I just wanted to give them a fair shake because in case we were missing something.
I know. Obviously,
sorry if I jump
they're
on
live.
chat.
I would be. I'm going over there, man.
Well,
I'm not sticking here because
you probably would have saw.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about nothing. That's where the breaking news happens, man.
You probably would have saw your chat drop by about 50 viewers. So
yeah, true that. Holy cow! There's 64 people in here.
I hope
That's like a record.
Yeah, let me know if I ever.
Look what you did, Greg.
No. Let me know if I ever.
You brought the people.
No. Yeah, it's the smooth audio. Let me know if I ever jump on your chat. Like I know you like to read your chat like I do, but
Frosty was a ruler.
Yeah,
Frosty was the ruler.
Yeah, but let me know if I ever start.
Oh no,
your chat
you're fine.
How do you? I don't want to. It's in my channel. I just do cameo. I just do cameos now. I don't. GTC doesn't exist. People still call me that, but it's okay.
Right. So, are you doing any other treasure hunts, or are you?
I took a look at the Legend Has It one, but since they've only launched Arizona right now, it's not really. It's kind of like the Beacon Star. Unless I dive into it and have something worthwhile or know someone out in that area to search, it's kind of tough for me to get excited about something where the prize isn't. I mean, the Beacon Star's been out a long time, so I'd love to crack that one. I love the satisfaction of that, but
that would be rewarding.
I just haven't had the time. I've been doing some other projects that I can't mention right now. No.
So what?
Huli asked what I was drinking. It's vodka lime soda.
So what do you think about that book that's coming out that's called Chasing the Thrill by Dan Barbarisi, that's including an interview or including Jack in the information? What do you think of that? Is that on your
thoughts on the book are
must read list or no?
My thoughts on the book are I will not buy it, and I've only thought about it when YouTube channels have mentioned it. I mean, I hope that doesn't
really. You're not interested.
I hope that doesn't sound blistering, but no, I don't know. I just
he's
maybe I'll probably hear about it from the channel, so I don't need to buy it. So I'm not too.
Yeah, somebody's going to hit the high points, but it's But Dan is like a legit, like real.
Yeah, he's got credentials.
Author.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, he's got cred.
I get it. I get it.
He went to the fancy schools and all that, and he was, which seems kind of good. This could be.
Redneck Express said, same here. I don't know if that means what he's drinking or my thoughts on the book. And Silver Fox said, I'll always be GTC. Yeah, I know. It's hard to lose that moniker, or that. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. He's a good author and he's got all the things that make you want to read content.
And it was, he was working on this for years. It wasn't just like he just didn't come.
Redneck Express said about the book. That's what he meant when he said same here to my thoughts. And I don't know if maybe some people might see it as a money grab. I don't know. I know. It's still got stuff about the chase. It's still got stuff about Jack.
And somebody told me that they met Dan at a Fennhaven. Like,
Oh.
so he had been a part of, or I don't, it seems like was it Amy Seeks might have mentioned that, it gets all a blur, like who I was
I
talking
know.
to.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Barbarisi's book is useless without the true solve.
Well, there might be information we haven't heard before. There's always the potential like that.
Oh, for
that
sure.
less involved searchers haven't heard. Hey, K-Pro's back. Hello. People
You going live with Mike?
I know K-Pro, we checked your channel because we didn't understand if you meant you were waiting for Monday night show or tomorrow night or Sunday night. I thought about firing up my channel project tomorrow night. That's why I got the new mic and the black headphones.
Yeah,
I want to be more of a big boy.
You got your fancy.
I want to be more of a big boy for the podcast sound and things. It's not really a podcast, but just a new channel, like a new format, sort of a better looking style. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It's a hobby. It's
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like just making friends and talking to people and shooting ideas around, whether it's exploring or otherwise.
Right, this, that, or the other. If in Yellowstone had to be in an area with bears.
Oh, right, K-Pro. Yes, how could I forget? I didn't know if that was confirmed. I am busy. K-Pro and I have a virtual date. Apparently.
Oh. He's premiering.
Oh, he's gonna schedule the show now, I think. Like they're gonna breaking news schedule the breaking news for later to discuss the video that aired tonight, I think is what they mean from Shannon.
Oh.
Shout out the speculations.
Right? You don't know, make it up. It's my motto.
I mean, it's always thought provoking when, especially credible. I say credible tubers. Shannon was one of the first videos that I discovered when I got deep into the chase.
Yeah, she was one. I know she was good at.
Actually, Redneck Express vacuuming while live with Susie and Amy Seeks, that went over. Well, for some people it went over like a fart in church. For others, they really were digging it. Guys doing chores. Some women are into that sort of thing.
that was during like a marathon or something, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was when Wyoming was first announced. I had just woken up and Amy went live, but I already had a live scheduled for later in the evening, but I wanted to come and hang out with her. But I'm like, crap, I gotta finish my stuff so I can go live tonight before my wife gets home,
Right. I was there, but
okay.
I was there for the vacuum.
Okay, maybe not. Okay, so like maybe more respectable tubers. How about that word? Instead of credible tubers, but people that I first discovered when I got into the chase who put well thought out videos together.
She did put really good videos.
Yeah, even before I found AGK or Kalazars or anybody, she was one of the first that came up.
Yeah, because she knew how to do video edits. She knew how to use. She had a video. She knew how to.
I agree.
A video, not like where I just push a button and whatever came out, and then I push go. I mean, that was it. There was never an edit, never music, never nothing, never intros, never.
I agree with you. Alan K, I agree with you. He said Shannon's great, and I will fight anyone that says otherwise. And
put him up, put him up.
Yeah, you got to do the 30 style. Yeah, David Piazzano said, my team solved Jack Proxy should be on the conspiracy list. That's what I'm trying to do, is just create this new conspiracy for the other people, for the haters around, just to argue about.
They already have plenty of hater fodder.
David also said, would you be Mr. March on the Men of the Chase calendar? I'd rather be Mr. August because my birthday's in August. If that's okay. Can we work that out?
Forrest is Mr. August.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, he would be, I guess, the superlative, he fits the bill. I don't know, but yeah. I'm telling you, that's the newest conspiracy going, is that a big cabal of us solved this thing, and we said, Jack, we want you to be the guy, the fall guy.
Is it? Is that
Yeah.
what's going on? Where's
Susie,
that happening?
you were there. Wink, wink. We all met in Missouri, middle of the country. We all drove during peak
okay.
COVID, and we launched we were ready to launch when the park opened, right? Or when Wyoming opened for the season.
I think you guys said, tell everybody but Susie. Let's meet him.
Hey, you and I had some same wavelength thoughts on some of our clues and whatnot. You know what I mean? I told you that. Well, you and I, your videos got me nervous that you were onto me, onto where I was going. So some of your stuff. Yeah.
Well, you never had to worry too much about me, because I was only on one thing for not very long, and off I went on some, another arm. So
Did you just crack another can, Susie?
No.
Oh,
yes.
You're supposed to do the cough noise, like, so like, so you can't hear it's okay.
I debate it because it's kind of warm. It's been sitting here for
yeah, I thought about getting a little, the little Coleman coolers that have like the people, like construction workers bring their lunch in. I thought about putting one of those next to me when I'm on YouTube so I can keep my drinks cold.
I honestly thought about bringing an ice bucket up here.
Or I'll just drink whiskey, because you can drink it warm and it's fine. Hey, Silver Fox, speaking of which, I found a much bigger bottle than the one I gave you in West Yellowstone to take home. Silver Fox said,
that's quite the jug of whiskey you have.
Yeah, I know. He said, Greg knows how to not take things seriously. K-Pro, I respect Shannon, but I don't agree with her. She got the info due to her being a tuber and putting info into the community, but now she is about keeping Jack's secrets rather than the community. I can understand that point of view.
I was a tuber, and Jack never sent me any messages about his secret spot. I should look at my video. Maybe I should look through my emails a little bit better.
Yeah, I was like a flash. I was a flash in the pan tuber. I just got in late and then got out, and then so I dodged a lot of hate and a lot of, I don't know, like there was a lot of I was off. People were like, "You're a tuber?" I was like, "I was for a little while."
You were epic tuber. You did a marathon. You were like,
oh yeah.
You did more than one, did you? I mean,
I feel like I
was.
I did the 12 hours single. Yeah.
I feel like I was involved in that, and I feel like I was involved in another.
Yeah, you were on with Bill Gorman.
Halloween one.
You had a drinking game with me when he said Moses. We drank. Remember?
Okay.
We were getting loaded.
On your channel?
Yeah.
Whose channel was it?
That was the thumbnail was the Indiana Jones, like that opinion belongs in the museum. That was the all day, like 14-hour. That was funny. Yeah, that was a good one. I think I started Saturday at noon or 1 p.m. Eastern. Stopped at the 12-hour mark so we could keep the chat log, and then I did 2 hours after that. Yeah.
And it was before the chest was found. So when it was really
no, it wasn't.
No,
it was before Halloween. It was in like September or October, when people were still just talking about.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
it was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do stash my booze behind the pictures. Actually, there's this here, and this whole cabinet behind me is full of. And then I got over here. Oh, let me see if I can do this. Hold on, folks. Bear with me. Over here in this cabinet, there's all kinds of Panamanian rum, like 15-year aged, 20-year aged, and some fun things. And those dogs are sleeping on the couch over there.
Puerto Rican rum? Did you just say?
Oh, look, sorry, the house is a mess. The dogs are on the couch. Oh, yeah, no, Panamanian barrel aged stuff. Sorry, everybody. Messy house.
How is Bandit?
Bandit's good. He's going to be 14.
Oh, I was almost afraid to ask because he had to have surgery. And
you remember? Yeah, he's good. He's spry again. He's awesome. And Eleanor's going to be 4 in May. Our new coonhound. She's getting better day by day.
You have a coonhound named Eleanor. That's great.
We call her Ella Snore because she snores. You know, on Instagram, my wife always tags it. Yeah, she's noises scare her, but she's getting more comfortable day by day. We've had her since right around Thanksgiving. Sorry about the motion sickness guys from the camera. Give you a tour sometime of the place.
Okay, could be like Bear and be bouncing up and down on a
Yeah,
what is he on a yoga ball?
or walking around at work. Hey, that's good core exercises. Yeah.
Alan K, did you ever find any of the 7 clues? Oh, they must be talking about.
Where at? How high up?
I don't know. It wasn't even, they weren't even talking to us. They're talking amongst each other.
That's all right.
Shout out to Moses at Red Express. Bill was in here earlier. I saw him a second. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I did.
I do understand K-Pro's point. You know, because Shannon was all about, like kind of helping the community with her, like the videos and content, and then, but now kind of but I do respect, it's tough because I do respect Shannon for if she's honoring, if the request came like via Jack to respect his privacy, then that's her prerogative and that's her loyalty to the area and to,
So I don't see it that way, but maybe what did he say about what way?
I thought
Shannon Binners remind me of what you've been doing for years.
Hey, Candy, I thought maybe what about Alan saying he'd fight people? Oh, I see.
About teasing is that what he's saying? Teasing the info? Is that what Shannon's whole video is about? Going, I know this and I'm never going to tell you guys. So guess what? I know something you don't ever get to know. Nah. I haven't talked to anybody in a long time, but I just need to say that. Ha ha, goodbye. Is that what it is? I don't know.
She didn't name names. She was like, I'm not going to tell, but these six people know. Go chase them down.
Is that what she did?
No. But can you imagine if she did though? Like, it's not going to come out of my lips, but you can get the telephone game. Do the telephone game from other people. Indy, what do you want? What do you said? Woo, Greg. Wow. Whoa. Are you surprised that I'm over here?
Maybe. Hi, Candy.
Yeah.
Are you not live any longer? Did you guys find the aliens?
Yes.
Candy was on earlier or on live. Oh, or were you over there on her channel earlier?
Yeah, I saw that she was live. I was in the chat for early. I was trying to just peek in to see what's going on yours and hers, and then I was getting my daughter off to bed and stuff, so I couldn't. Then I had to unpack this equipment and try to fire it up. So I was hustling. I'm like, everyone's gonna be offline by the time I'm ready.
Okay, so here I see Calazars just put
Premiere, yeah.
Premiere has the general location. What did he call it?
And disclose.
Tell your friend you solved. Don't be surprised if she shops at Gucci while you fill your cart at Walmart.
Wait, what?
That is a quote from Forrest. If you tell your solve to your friend, don't be surprised when she's shopping at Gucci and you're shopping at Walmart.
I didn't tell anybody. Well, that's what I think I've said this ad nauseum. When I first started watching AGK and other channels who had the live chat stream, like Calazars and maybe.
So it says, has the general location been confirmed?
Okay.
So what does that mean?
I think that it's just going to be kind of like seeing what the chat thinks, if maybe she knows, or
so she's
are people in possession? Is this definite evidence that people are in possession of within this radius of the final spot? I think that's what it intimates to me. But
so so Shannon said, I know a general location, but I'm not telling you guys, or do I know a general location and it's in Yellowstone, or gave a big general location.
I think
Or
Capro
don't-
mentioned that her search partner was within the same bullseye as Jack. I thought Capro said that, something to that effect, 100 feet or something. I don't know.
Well, from what I understand is what was being insinuated was that Shannon actually had communication with Jack, sent her
Right,
an
yeah,
email.
that one email, yeah.
Yeah, and
Right.
said, and then now after,
It's a lizard,
It's-
Lucky Digger. A Gucci is a lizard. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't
What's
mean to
a
throw you
Gucci?
off, Susie. No, yeah. Sorry.
that's okay.
Unless
I'm
it's-
just trying to understand.
Unless it's slang for a body part. I don't know. Don't spit that beer out, Susie. Come on.
It could be that too.
Yeah. Kind of sounds like something, but what do we know?
Ah.
Oh, 10-mile radius. Shannon said, Penny in the chat said 10-mile radius. That's still a small area.
I think Jack is a Gucci kind of guy, actually.
I think more like Steve Madden. But what was I gonna say? Oh, what I was trying to say was, oh yeah, Capro said she said 100 feet. Penny said 10-mile radius. But either way, it's a fine small area. But what I was saying was, when I first got into watching these YouTube channels that had live chat, it was to see if anyone was on the same wavelength, or and how much of a rush should I be to go boots on the ground? Because everyone's always shooting out their ideas, like on Toby's afternoon shows or evening shows or Calzar's, So I was always monitoring the chat frantically when I had a good
I mean, that
idea
was
for boots on the ground. I was like, oh no.
that was the game. It's like, ooh, just to see if anybody else was, when can I get to my spot? And is anyone else going to get there before me? That was the game we all played. Now it's
Yeah.
not.
Oh yeah. See, Capro said her search partner was within 100 feet of the treasure chest location based on information Shannon got to know comparatively where her search partner was.
But that, it means it's meaningless if she's going to just tell us that, but not tell us where that was. I mean,
Yeah, because Susie, I've been within 100 miles of your home.
see,
but no one knows where that is.
what's the difference?
Yeah. I said this the other day. Who was I on? Was I on Candy's channel? I was somewhere. No, maybe I was on my own the other night, last weekend, briefly. I delete videos kind of like Davio does sometimes if I don't like them or if it's kind of boring. But I was saying,
I must have turned my notifications off from you because I never.
it's not GTC anymore. That's what I was saying. I just kind of got like a general content channel. I'll have to send you. But what I mean is, I always talked about having like a Midwest or East Coast meetup because everyone has to travel west all the time. But there's treasure hunts out east, or just treasure hunters in general, where people could just talk about all kinds of treasure hunts. We could all hang out on the East Coast or Midwest,
General content channel, GTC. It's the same.
Oh, GCT. I didn't think about that. No, it's not.
Wow, I'm dyslexic, so.
No, you're general.
Close enough.
Yeah. No, it'd be GCC. I could just call it Gucci. I'll create all kinds of acronyms. No, Huli helped me create GTC, so no, it's DARC.
Otis says, hey. Hi, Otis.
Otis, who's Otis?
Be back in a few weeks. Be safe. Nice necklace. Hi, Otis. Visionary Seamy?
Huh. Alan
Is
K.
that-
Where is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, see me.
Otis
Alan
Magoo, did you change your name? Is that the okay? Anyway, yeah.
Alan K. I see what you said to Candy, and we were having a similar discussion the other day. Huli said, for all you people who are upset with Shannon, she basically told her first search partner where it is. How do we know if they will be as ethical? That's true. And what's kind of funny about that, Huli, is that in Shannon's video, she talked about all the community can do is be patient and maybe information will trickle out. So maybe we have to be patient with Shannon herself or this other person. So even though they're teasing it now, maybe more will become known.
Or if anybody knows her search partner's location.
Right. Like the levels of the degrees of separation. Someone's former partner might know Shannon's partner, who has discussed details prior, who then it comes down to grapevine, you know.
Well, Shannon made videos of her own search, and wasn't
sure
it
she
in
did.
Yellowstone? Wasn't the fire hole? Wasn't it?
I think she kind of was all around Hebgen
Or
and
Madison.
West Yellowstone. And yeah, I mean, she was in that pocket of, I think she was in that pocket of south of Grayling Creek, sort of Hebgen Lake, sort of West Yellowstone, Firehole, Madison, like that whole pocket, you know, I think from what I remember from videos, but can't confirm. I'm not a Facebook.
Madonna.
I'm not a Facebook or YouTube fact checker, so I can't.
Either.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Huli yelled at us to simmer down. She actually said simma.
Simadonna.
No, you gotta do the Cherio. What's the Cherio Terry with like the gear shift? Simmer down. Simmer down. The gear shift on SNL, you know.
Yeah, the Simadonna.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that sketch. She was doing all different ways to say it, you know.
Mhm. I think we focus a lot of unhelpful things instead of the things for us that matter. True that.
Lorraine S. See Lorraine S. at hashtag firehole. A lot of people.
100% Lorraine.
I wasn't further south than I wasn't further south than Old Faithful, and I wasn't further north than Madison Junction. Really, that was a firm. It's hard to get me to budge, and it might have been cognitive bias as per Jack, and I was trying to make things fit, but I don't know. That's where clues led me. That's where I let what I thought I discovered take me. But only the shadow knows.
That's right.
Yeah.
If all of these people know something, then why are we here?
Because no one's talking, or we can't get anything to because we have to get everyone in a room to put all the knowledge chronologically to line everything up to get ourselves a satisfactory story / solution to make it all make sense, because there's people on different channels spitting different things that might be factual, but we can't get it all to jive, you know, because people don't come together to line up the puzzle pieces.
It's so hard getting us all, you know, because
there's so many
between us all, just the 60 people that I have in here right now.
It's like the Cold War, splinter cells of knowledge. There's this group.
I was going to say, between the 60 people that's in there, can you imagine
what
we all know of this?
Jeez, yeah. And some people straddle multiple search groups who they talk to, and they have genuine knowledge, or they have hearsay or whatever, you know. Yeah. Oh, Gabriel says Shannon search partner knows, and anybody who he talked with. We have gender. We have his gender preferred pronoun.
Or is she saying Jack was her search partner?
No. She's saying it's just a male who is her search partner who was within the 100 feet. Yeah, no. I remember her videos too. Yeah, I knew she was in Yellowstone, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember if she ever went north of like Madison Junction up towards Norris Junction or Mammoth Hot Springs.
Her husband.
Caper, I didn't watch the video, so I didn't know she said he. I didn't watch the video. I watched the first 3 minutes while I was in the restroom, and that's about it.
Says, remember, Amy said Forrest purposely told people things hoping it would trickle out.
Interesting, if that's true. I mean, like people have come to realize, if you're going to do a treasure hunt, launch a treasure hunt, make one spot that you're going to put hints, if you ever put hints, and don't talk to searchers on the side. You know, like communicate in a general forum area so everyone sees the same email answers at the same time, right?
Stop the conspiracies. Says
Conspiracy
Huli.
Fox. Show us the conspiracy fox, like the Carfax.
Always, it's Huli always shutting down the truth.
Well, Huli, we launched a new conspiracy tonight that we have a cabal of us who met in Missouri. We all solved this thing, and then Jack was our proxy finder, so that way we could all retain a piece of the chest for a piece of memorabilia. That's why we haven't seen the chest since.
Oh, it would be such an epic mistake to divide that chest up.
No, I know. I just meant. Can you imagine if like 50 people met in a room, bang it out, solve it?
It would be great fun, but to try to get 50 people on the same page is next to impossible. Obviously,
Shannon may have outed the search partner's info and told us to watch her previous videos to find out. Oh, so she gets a lot of. So she gets a lot of. That would be kind of sleazy to get like.
That is so sleazy. That cannot be true.
Well, that would
disgusting.
See, I don't even say disgusting. I mean, I don't think it's true, but that would be something if they wanted to get a bunch of views on old videos or subscribers to the channel to like scour for clips of who this person is.
No,
I don't think people would be.
I don't think that.
I don't. She doesn't seem like someone who's interested in views or subscribers in mind. I don't know. She's always just built her channel.
It worked for Toby. She got people going through his old stuff.
Right. No, Huli, I know, not for the views. It was just something K-Pro. Because remember how Huli went through Toby's old videos to find the Jack content. It makes the people research. Dave Bradshaw says hints are marbles.
It made me resubscribe to Toby.
Hey,
I didn't.
Lucky Digger, I am not on the dark side. Come on. Oh, Dark Shadows set like a TV show. Is that a TV show? What we do in the shadows?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Read it. What was that about marbles?
Oh, Dave Bradshaw says he believes the hints in the book are marbles, the number 50, biggest hill, umbilical, the Cadillac color, which was yellow from his paper boss, $2, $5, $50 notes, big bills, Congress, and passes big bills. And Alan Kay said, I was trying to get to that. It said it seems like a popular spot. Shannon's random search partner was in the same spot. Shannon said there's only a few where warm waters halt in Wyoming. There was a fake, damaged blaze. Let's keep thinking. As I walked around, Huli said, I'm probably not sleeping this weekend. And then I'll send pics as proof. Yeah. And, Huli, send us timestamps of your cell phone so we can see what time you're still awake at. Send it on the hour or half hour. I had a thought. It'd be cool if a person's channel, I don't have time, but put a grid, like graph paper, a grid over the state of Wyoming and try to find a viable WWWH within that grid box of the state. And then eliminate all the other grid boxes where one is not found. And then take those 6 or 7, let's say there's 6 or 7, there's probably more, but depending on how big the mileage is of the grid box size. And then from those grid boxes, then you look for the canyon, which is directly connected to WWH. And then you just start crossing off grid boxes as they can no longer continue the consecutiveness of said clues to try to work out this solution. And I saw someone on ABC said, look at the weather patterns. If Jack was diving into Wyoming when roads first opened in June 6th or 5th, if people think it's Yellowstone or whatever, Look at the weather. If roads were still snow covered in early June, like Cynthia was saying, where was the bad weather in the state? Where would have allowed him to search for 25 days as soon as he could get access to wherever prior to June 5th being announced that it was found?
Yeah, but wasn't that also a thing that's never been really, it wasn't 25 consecutive days before the find. It was
I thought he said he
25
was
days.
in country for 25 days. I thought he said he was in there searching for. Okay, maybe
He was searching for 25 days, but not.
Okay, like I said, I've been so out of the loop, but yeah. Oh,
that's what I understand anyway.
Thanks, Lorraine. Lorraine said, "Good idea, Greg." But yeah, but I saw on Amy C's channel, like Cynthia or Justin Posey was saying, look at weather patterns, because I think Cynthia was addressing a comment in the chat to, I don't know if it was Redneck Express. No, I don't think it was Redneck Express. It was somebody who mentioned weather, or no, it was definitely not Redneck Express. Sorry to say your name in that tone. It was someone who said something about weather, and Cynthia was reminding them that you can't even search right now in Wyoming because it's April 24th and everything's still snow covered and many roads are still closed. So if you look at weather patterns last year to determine where was viable to search in late May, mid-May, based on snow on the ground, whatever, melt, raging waters, then you could try to determine the likely areas of the state. And that would help with my grid idea, and then look for the viable WWH and then go from there. But I don't have time for this. These are just thoughts I have sometimes.
That's good. Makes sense. Yeah. It does make sense. Silver Fox says, we are a funny lot. I can't imagine what Forrest thinks of our silliness. I know. I mean,
he's laughing some days, he's shaking his head others.
He made us all a little extra. Yeah.
Well, my contention was that we've all been a 7%er on one day or the other, right? We've all been crazy. We've all been a little out there. If we all want to level with ourselves, we've all been a little overly passionate about something or the other. Not super, not like lawsuit or stalker crazy, but I mean, we've all been a little too, a little bit too crazy.
Covert One says, breaking news, there's an empty, expensive wine bottle at the spot.
Yeah, that's what the joke was on Amy Seeks the other night. You were there, Susie. It was, where in Wyoming sells expensive wine?
Yeah.
Like what quality liquor stores, whether it's in West Yellowstone or near
and
Cody.
That's the one that's what I'm saying with maybe your idea about the weather conditions, and that is something that Cynthia and Justin and those guys have worked on, because when I mentioned buying an expensive bottle of wine in Cody, like you can buy it there. Justin said, yeah, but why would he go further away from his search area to stay?
Well,
kind of made it insinuate he knew or had an idea.
Well, it's funny though, because I think around the time that the treasure was announced that it was found, only the west and south entrances to the park were open. I don't know about how the rest of Wyoming looked in terms of travel, but I'm just trying to think of parts of the state. I saw Hooley said, amen, Greg, in all caps. I have had some funny chase dreams. Yeah. I've had dreams of myself navigating Google Maps, fully coherent, like it's blazed, burnt in my mind, like navigating down the Geyser Basin Road, or the road leading out of West Yellowstone into the park, or whatever. Just
Northeast was open, Ellen says. Yeah.
The east entrance or the entrance from
Northeast. Not the Gardner, but the
east side, yeah, like where Fenn's family used to come in on their family vacation.
Northeast. I think there isn't that Sunlight Basin or the Dead Indian. I
think that's near the wheel that people have been talking about, isn't it? Or Mummy Joe's Cave, isn't that the area over there? That side.
I think there's a north entrance, an east entrance,
Gardner,
and the east entrance is
What
the
Alan K means?
I think there's a northeast entrance. I think there's
Oh.
3 separate things. I don't know. I've never even
Well,
been to
do
Yellowstone.
do a
but-
share screen. Pull up. Here, I'll pull them up the map. I'll do a share screen if you want. Do you want? Do your viewers
Yeah,
command
do it.
command it? All right. Do you have it turned on?
Multiple viewers can share simultaneously. Okay. Can
Well,
you
hold
do
on.
it?
Well, I haven't tried yet. I'm pulling up the map first, just so I'm not.
I'm not even sure I have my permissions set right for you to share it. But
will try.
maybe.
Here we go. I'm not watching chat, so it's all you, Susie. Everyone see? Hope so. All right, so here we go. We have the Gardner entrance, which I've always considered the north entrance. Okay.
Yes, it is. That is the
Right,
north
right.
entrance.
And then the Cook City Silver Gate. That's still, isn't that still part of the park proper? Like there's no entrance. There's no road that leads to that. It's a park road because it comes up and out, but it's not, there's no like, it doesn't lead to anywhere north, like towns. You know
No,
what I mean?
I think if you come in through if you go to Cody, find Cody, Wyoming, and then
Yeah, that's the entrance that I thought Forrest's family used to come in.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
if you go to Cody and then go, so there's the east entrance, but if you go just a little bit north of Cody,
Oh, right here on 296.
yes,
Oh, Dead
yes,
Indian
and
Summit.
that's
Okay.
yes, and Dead Indian
Ah.
Hill, I knew it was called something like that, and then that's where the Sunshine Basin.
Okay, I never looked up here.
Or the sunlight, not the sunshine, the sunlight basin.
Yeah, I never really gravitated towards this area, but
That's a
cool.
Cynthia got me poking around in that
That's
area.
right. Yeah, when she started sprinting up to Wyoming towards the end there.
So I think there's a way in there. So I think that could be considered the northeast entrance.
I got you. Okay, northeast. So that Alan's saying that was open, but the east entrance, you would think the Cody entrance would be, because that's more east without as much snow as up northeast. But I don't know. I'm gonna stop.
And it could have been the circumstances being, the COVID, the weather.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know how it works or how it worked. Who knows? I don't.
Oh, see, Alan says Cook City, where Hemingway wrote short stories. All right. Huh. Okay.
There's only cheap wine available at the northeast entrance.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were trying to insinuate.
Alan K, what's the Lamar Valley? I've never heard of it. JK, I'm just messing with you, sir.
It's like, I was like, what do you mean, Lamar? You've never heard?
Honey, get me a Bear aspirin. I'm having a stroke. I'm having a heart attack. You son of a bitch, Greg Kelly. I'm coming for you.
Where DB Cooper jumped out of the plane.
I'm coming for you, Greg. He's coming for me. He just booked airfare to come get me.
Okay, you guys, I need to take a potty break, but I'm not gonna. No, I think I'm just gonna end it here. I've been on 2 hours, and it was really good.
Yeah, so I can entertain folks, but if you know you've reached an organic end, then Alan K's faces just came across. Look at this.
Lamar Valley.
To say I could, I'm not. I could talk to people, but it's your thing, so I'm gonna make you stay while you go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna.
Say good night.
I'm gonna step away give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
That you come back and say good night. Okay. So here I am. Ask me anything, almost anything, if you want. I'll just sit here until the chat gets bombarded with questions. And then I will follow Susie's lead if she's jumping off. Stand by, folks. Sorry. A little... Ooh. There we are. We're back. Sorry, I had to open the chat again. Am I wearing khakis, Greg? No, I am wearing black sweats. Yep, Lorraine, just me, Arno. What made me come back? I don't know. Partly because I do what I want. I don't know. I'm kind of like Alan. I kind of, if I have any interest, it's just kind of more of the solution rather than the chest. You know why that spot was chosen? Maybe. I saw someone ask a moment ago. This is my general kind of content channel. I just posted it. Oh, crap. I'm not a mod in here. Dang it. Huli, maybe you can post it. It's drinks and random conversation, you know, for us adults in the hustle and bustle of life. I just kind of want to hang out sometimes and have a cocktail and talk about parenting, bills, work, whatever. So, you know, humor, dark humor type stuff. So sorry, that link will not post. Oh, it's still posted, but it's not a hyperlink. Maybe Huli can post it if she wants. What happened to the beard? I'm not gonna grow my beard back. Yeah, Silver Fox Fandango ended. Even the creator said they might have overworked it with too many red herrings. It just kind of fizzled. I mean, Huli texted to me. Oh shoot. Hang on, Huli. I will message it to you very quickly. Stand by, folks. I'll get that. Thanks, Huli. I will Facebook message it to you. Here. Copied. Talking out loud. There you go, Huli.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome. Oh, thanks. Huli already found it.
What did I miss?
I was just.
I ran and got cold beer too.
Oh, geez, you're settling in. All right. I'm going to have to get a refill too. I saw someone in the chat mentioned they didn't know what my general kind of conversation, adulting, parenting, bills, work type channel hangout was going to be in my lounge channel. So Huli just posted it in the chat. There you go, Susie. You can see the chat. You can click on it too. But I posted it above as the channel account, DARC or dark with a C, drinks and random conversation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of a fun time. It's not necessarily treasure hunt related, but we can talk about I might start the night off with a topic, but we can just go wherever we go, you know.
Kind of like what happens here.
Yeah, it's humor, you know, hangouts, drinks. You don't have to drink to come. You can just wait. That's what she said. No, you can just show up. You don't have to drink. You don't have to be a drinker. Just come for the company, you know? Exactly.
That's right.
Because I like the people so much. I like talking at you and with you.
Silver Foxes hooked us all up with another round.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go do is
Cheers.
I dropped my wife out at a bar and restaurant. I dropped her off around 6 o'clock because her boss was on to bigger and better things. So they were having like a night of drinking with a few of them from the office. I thought the place closed at 10 or 11, but she's still not home. So I'm guessing they went to the boss's house and got into their bar. Oh, she's home. Speaking of she just walked in. Look.
Oh, wow.
I know. That's crazy.
Now you better go be a good husband and find out.
Give me the boot. No, I'll have to go get another drink.
Get her on camera. Now she's primed. See if she'll
come on camera. She'll come wave. Susie wants to see you to say hello to the interwebs. Dog's got to go out, so maybe she'll take him out to pee. I don't know. Because I can. Greg, are you going on tomorrow night? I have an engagement at 10 p.m. Eastern, but maybe later. I'll stay tuned, Tony. I'll let you know. 1 second. I'm going to mute myself.
K-Pro, Fennhaven Fridays are the best. Great start of the weekend. I don't know about that, but yeah, somebody's got to do Friday nights.
You do a good job on Fridays.
Look,
Sorry.
Candy was on Talking Aliens earlier, or you were on there too. Did you jump on too?
Well, I had to get all this new stuff set up, and then I picked yours just because I never really been on with you.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
because I didn't have the ability to.
You've used Zoom for a couple weeks now, haven't you?
But yeah, now yeah, Atlantic Coast, one of the subscribers hooked me up with your subscription to Zoom because I didn't have the professional version. I just could always join Zooms. I couldn't, host it. And then I didn't have the right computer. So Gedelkon bought me a new laptop and had it sent to my house.
Oh man. Wow. Hey,
I'm serious.
good dudes. I know Atlantic Coast. He always finds my channel somehow. I feel like I know he's hooking him up with a new link, but he always finds me. And then Huli Bandit. I don't know if she heard my wife, but I forgot to mute my mic. Sorry, it probably picks up things a mile away. Sorry about that. That's why I muted it. But I might step away for a moment to refill and just to see what my wife has to say about the evening's shenanigans.
Right.
But you how many beers did you grab? Did you do like the Clint Eastwood, like 2 out of the cooler in Gran Torino, or?
I got 2 plus a 7-Up.
Yeah.
2 beers and a 7-Up.
All right.
Yeah, this one's empty. This one's warm and empty.
Oh.
Fooey.
All right, let me step away quick, gang, and then I'll be back.
Okay.
So it's your channel anyway, Susie. So you got
we'll be here.
You got the con anyway. All right.
Gene is a champ. Yeah, he is. Yeah. I don't know why he's so good to me. I don't know. Susie forgot. Oh, he said if you were on tonight, ask you how a stick with writing on it and monofilament through the eye blew in that dumb chessboard, Jack. Otis. No kidding, because you know what? I'm with Otis on that one. When you look close at that image of the chest, it looks, you can see fishing line. You can see fishing line tangled into that mess. What looks like fishing line. And it also looks like fishing line that is tied on that stick. Like it was, I don't know. But me and Otis, we did look really close at those pictures, and both came to that same conclusion that we could see, you could trace that. Yeah. So how does a stick with a line tied to it blow into the chest? Wow. Yeah, Otis thinks it has the writing on it. I don't know. I don't know if I could see the writing part, but I could definitely see where there was fishing line. You see that Jack has no intention of continue the chase or create a new one. Any thoughts? Yeah, I did see that, and I can understand if that wasn't, not everybody, even the solver of Forrest treasure hunt can create a treasure hunt. And unless you really, really want it to, isn't he going to be an investment banker now or something like that? Like he's got bigger and better goal. Like he's not into the a legacy. But it doesn't mean just because Jack doesn't want to continue the chase, doesn't mean that somebody else wouldn't do that. We still don't know where the chest is ended up or will end up. And we still don't know, a lot of stuff. So just because Jack said no and that he's not going to doesn't mean somebody else won't, or a similar David Bradshaw says that Susie at 4:45, $8 richer Frosty's extra inch and 1 16-hour shift will get you to the hole you need to. Now go into an ancient underground stream at 4:45.8. I don't know what that means. There are more photos of Bigfoot UFOs. Are there more photos of Bigfoot UFOs or the chest? Oh. I think there are a lot more photos. I think there is a whole bunch of stuff we're going to get to see yet. I hope Dan Barbarisi's book is a picture book. But I think he's a real author with real words. Do people choose to believe what makes the most sense or what makes them feel the best? I don't know. Isn't it the same? The thing that makes the most sense feels the best? I would argue. Thumbs up, please, Huli says. That's my fishing line, says Lucky Digger. I would say UFOs. UFOs are far more photographed. Bigfoot and the chest, they're pretty much on the same level. Oh, you lost that fishing line? Did you have it tied to a stick along the Madison River? And then that's the stick that happened to blow in the chest. What else do we got, you guys? Good point. Gionut says June. Hi, Gionut. Did I ever say hello to you? Uh-oh.
My camera fell. No one told me.
Iron Man.
I know. That's why I did it.
Oh.
1 second. Let me fix this.
Stick bait. So that's funny. Meat Man done. Dun 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 dun. I sent a stick to Davio. I found one that looked just like it. I should have tied up fishing line to it. Yeah, that beer is much better. That last one was too warm. This one's already. It's going down too easy. What time is it? It's 11:37 p.m. here where I am. And well, whatever. It's Friday night. This is what we do, right? This is how we do it. Oh God, now you guys are singing. Don't sing songs in my chat. I hate that. I have to go. Nationwide is on your side. I have to sing that jingle to get songs out of my head.
So sorry, everybody. I must have whacked the camera when I got up. Yes, GeoNut, you did hear Iron Man. Love me some Black Sabbath and AC/DC. Welcome, Susie, again. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Greg. Nice to see ya. Yeah, thanks for joining me to talk about nothing.
I poured a heavy one and I grabbed a beer because I'm low on ice. So I grabbed a Spaten from Munich. It's a good German beer.
Nice. And what else do you drink? Vodka?
This is vodka.
Tonic with lime?
Soda. Vodka soda. Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, no whiskey tonight. I'll save that for another night.
Yeah, and I'm drinking extra light beer. They've come up with now. Light beer is not enough. Extra.
All right. Hey,
I know.
right.
That's fine.
Audio's still good on my end.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
It's okay. I can't hold a tune.
So
me either.
Did people drop off for the bedtimes? We've got a good crowd in here. Good folks. It's always so tough for me. I feel so jealous of people when I have to go to work on the East Coast and channels are just going live, and I'd love to join. Or I'm envious that I sometimes don't live in a different time zone because I'd love to go live when more people can join.
Oh, right, because where you are right now, was it like 1 o'clock in the morning?
20 to 1, yeah.
20 to 1.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is my waking hours. Usually, like, my body has trouble.
Right, you're
my first weekend night. Yeah, so I'll be fine. I'm good. Not much going on tomorrow. Just some horseback riding lessons and.
Oh, really? Awesome.
My daughter's, not me. I'll just watch her.
Oh,
like 11:30, so it's cool. Yeah, nothing big planned for this weekend. We had snow here two nights consecutive. Did you? I think it missed Minnesota. It came through the Midwest.
We
Indiana,
had, a few flakes flew by and that was it. And if you blinked your eyes, you missed it. It was just no, it's been nice.
Yeah, we got a couple inches across two different, couple inches one night, couple inches another night. I mean, it would melt by midday or whatever, but it was cold. Yeah, it was like the trough of whatever just brought snow across. I remember I saw Sassy posted it on Facebook. She posted it on Facebook of Indiana, her yard being covered in snow.
Silver Fox says Jack has to be one of the worst photographers. He only took one photo and says he didn't notice that a stick had fallen in there. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that's BS.
Unless
you're
that nervous of someone walking up on you, that you're just like click into the satchel, into your backpack, whatever, I'm out. But come on.
It just seems like such obvious BS. That
especially
why make that story, why fluff it up, why take something that's obviously bull and turn it into
well, especially because didn't he say he sat there and kind of got emotional a moment? So
before he found it.
Oh, okay. But I'm saying
when he
went
on all those went on those 25 other days or that that he got so frustrated while looking for it that he just sat down covered in pine pitch and blah, 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 sat down in the forest and started crying because he knew it was there, but he couldn't find it.
Okay. I thought once he made the discovery, he said he got emotional, was sitting there.
Yeah, when he drug it back to his car, didn't he say he got it back into his car and then started crying in his car? How wouldn't you? I mean,
yeah, take a picture of it sitting on your passenger seat.
I don't believe him when he says he doesn't have any more pictures of that. I mean, I can't imagine how you could not.
Yeah, that might be totally for his own personal. Maybe he's going to come out with like a little memoir or personal
Exactly.
photo album.
I mean, there's got to be something else to
the book
it.
of discovery. Sorry.
Well, he left it there overnight.
If you can hear Bandit chugging water, apologize. He's a fiend.
If Jack is a genius, I passed up Mensa.
Good one, Silver Fox. Where'd K-Pro go? She left? She just ran off?
I don't know. I wasn't in charge of her this time.
Oh, no one's in charge. I remember seeing her say bye. It's okay.
Right?
Some people have to.
She's got commotion in where she in her world. She lives in a busy, lots of kids, lots of commotion.
Yeah, they're moving soon.
Yeah, they found a new house. That's what she said.
How far
That's
away from
super
their current
exciting.
house? Do we know?
What's that?
How far away from her current residence? Did we hear like how big the
No,
move's
I
going to be?
don't know.
Oh, K-Bro's making the PowerPoint.
Oh,
She's
just listening.
She's making the if then PowerPoint. Like if this is true, then this is true. My dog just drank his water bowl dry. So
I'll give him some more.
But now he'll come over and he'll lick the dry bowl for, like, hey, guys, I need more. I'm dying here. I think it's how he stays full until he eats again.
And we are moving packing boxes, but I'm watching.
Got those styrofoam peanuts. K-Pro said, how far am I moving? Not far, but too far to walk. Yeah. You're going to bike to your new bathing spot, K-Pro? So let's get back on we had a good flow of location ideas and then ways to figure out things. And
this past so did you watch Amy Seek's channel the other night?
Wednesday night?
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, I was in here and there at work when I could, but I watched most of the replay, I think.
Because she got to go find the letter.
Oh yeah, the cash.
Yeah. I really don't quite understand what that all was at all. I mean,
it's
at
what
all.
it is. What
I don't
it is
understand
what it is. Let me give you a nutshell version.
Yeah.
Okay. So AGK, Forrest sent AGK something to
put
letter. in his right, but Toby never opened it.
Right.
Okay. And within that
Toby
letter
hit
was
it with his cash.
Yes. But then the binder of the AGK cash
Yes.
decided to create a new hunt in the mountains of New Mexico.
Okay, that's where I didn't understand it. If
Yes,
it was
and they
the
included-
finder of the AGK hunt is
Yes,
the creator
correct.
of the one who gave Amy
Yeah, that finder made a poem.
for
and
Amy only.
Yeah, I think he contacted like the select group of Cynthia, Posey, and Amy, and from what I gather, and then they went to hunt it out. And within that letter that Toby never opened was that fishing fly.
Yes.
From what I understand. But like I said, I've been out of things. So
yeah, and this is what, yeah, like I don't really know either, but that's pretty much what I get. But I didn't understand who was the hider, how that letter was obtained from the finder of the AGK, or who created this the bracelet. Did you see Amy has a replica of the turquoise row bracelet?
Well, there was a gentleman that was selling the turquoise bracelets. I don't know if he was posting on K-Pro and Cow's Facebook group. I remember seeing a gentleman, or was he on their channel one time?
Oh, when you say that,
Yeah, there was someone who was doing replicas,
Mhm.
and he was doing with the turquoise and everything.
So I wonder if that person purchased
quite
one of
possibly.
those places from that person.
Or he might have donated one to the HEK treasure hunt. Who knows? But yeah, you're right. They could have done it any number of ways to put it into the new, I'll call it the Forrest Fenn Memorial Cache, up in the mountains of Santa Fe that they went to get.
Yeah, that was created a treasure hunt just for.
Oh, Huli said yes, the drone guy, Matt. That, I don't know if he's talking to us, you and I. Yeah.
Penny says it doesn't make sense why only Amy got the poem. Yeah, like I don't understand the circumstances how Amy got to be the chosen.
I felt like the guy who, okay, well, Lucky Digger said, I thought the HEK finder sold the letter to an anonymous person. I heard some version of that too. I haven't, well, that portion aside, whoever hid the New Mexico cache did contact the select cadre of Cynthia, Posey, Amy, and whoever. If there was
what it made me wonder is if Toby actually purchased the letter from whoever found his cache. If Toby was the one who purchased the letter and created this thing.
Toby came out and said he didn't hide the cache. He said he climbed that mountain as a kid and knows it's a steep hike, but he didn't have any hand in
whatever that was. And then Amy did say they're going to share the information. It was whoever went and retrieved it was Justin. Or I don't even know. I don't get it. I don't understand. It just came out of nowhere. And I only have as much information as you guys all got. In fact, you probably all have more information than me. So
yeah, I don't have, like I said, I just got piecemeal.
Because I was on her show doesn't mean anything. I
got it piecemeal from, I think, Cynthia's channel, and then what Amy brought up, and little tidbits,
So
and this is a quite example of the telephone game in a microcosm, a smaller version of the Forrest and Jack info, telephone games.
Right. And yeah, so I get it, but we will get to know more about this because Amy said she's going to do a show with the people that actually got to go with her to retrieve it or whatever. They're going to do a show together and talk about it and explain what it was.
That'll be fun.
But in the meantime, it's just something that's out there that none of us got to be privy to or have a shot at or get to understand.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's just because I know people when Forrest's treasure was found, it was kind of like it'd be really cool if the finder decided to put it somewhere else or put part of it back out there in the original spot, to continue. But this was just a very private select group. It wasn't really, obscure. There was no chase for it.
Right. And it was like here, it was sent to.
It was if you have the metal, go climb this mountain and get it. If you're
and Godelkin says what was in the letter. What was in the letter was from Forrest. When you opened it up, it was fly that he.
Yeah, it was a very simple note. It was a very simple note. It said, I made this many years ago or something.
Yeah, I made this many years ago, and it was a fly hook taped to a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just just a way to have something of Forrest, because he knew that so many people in the AGK hunt were largely involved in AGK's channel because of Forrest Fenn. So Forrest was like, okay, yeah, I'll contribute something because, it's like the spirit, again, it's like it's the spirit of getting out there.
It was definitely,
yeah. So it's cool. It was good of Forrest to do that. It's nice of him, because Toby always thought Forrest had this animosity toward him, Toby always thought, Toby would always joke, oh, Forrest put out a scrapbook or an email right after I was live or during my live, or they had this Forrest always thought or Toby always thought Forrest had something kind of against him,
Yeah, and I think that's curated BS too.
Oh,
I
sure.
think
Oh,
that
yeah.
they had
I think
a
Toby
definite relationship and
Yeah.
there was definite connection. I don't believe that. I don't
Toby
believe
probably likes saying that. He probably like relished just saying that Forrest didn't like him much or something.
I think that those two work together and you can't baloney that was he played it off. Toby played it off. Oh yeah, Forrest doesn't like me. Blah. That's just so people would leave him alone about the real relationship I think those two had. I think he was a part of the part of the plan.
Duncan said that is cool, fly paper. Like in a horse barn with the flies stuck.
Right.
You ever walk into fly paper, get it stuck on your jacket? That's the worst.
Not that I can remember. I think I'd remember.
No. Yeah, it's not desirable. Like working on the dairy farm as a teen, dodging fly paper rolls and cow pies. Yeah. Why did I grab this? I'm not done with my other drink. I'm like just reaching for stuff, my phone.
Well, you don't want that one to get warm. You might as well work on that.
No, I'm not gonna do both at the same. That's weird. Yeah. It'll be good. It'll maintain its coldness, but temperature. This is fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, might as well go. Let's do another 7 minutes. Let's go to midnight.
7 minutes. Wow.
Very specific.
Yeah. We'll do
or 1 o'clock your time.
Well, hold on.
All right, clown car pull up.
There's 45 people in here. I was gonna say like I'll go on someone's channel, whether it's yours at like peak time. Get me to get whatever video that get whatever channel that I'm hanging out with to like 75 likes, and I'll relaunch a 1 time only GTC 12-hour marathon. Just for fun sakes.
Who's responsible for those two like
show yourselves? It's the lurkers. It's probably when I asked you if you're gonna add a paid section to your channel. People didn't like that, and
yeah, let me guess who this might be.
They whacked you with the big thumbs down.
I think
we'll show her.
Ouch, hurt my feelings so terribly.
Caesar says, kadoop. Susie says, kadoop.
Well, yeah. Isn't it? Toby taught us thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all the same. You're getting attention. So it's an interaction. It's an interaction, whatever.
Exactly. I know. I'm so tempted to issue thumbs down sometimes. And I said, nope, I can't do it.
I know.
It was like
I refrain too if I don't want.
It's like I was never here.
It takes a lot of restraint sometimes because it's like the only. Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. How about your hair? Who?
My hair? Without the beard? Who said that? Oh, maybe Silver Fox was talking to somebody else. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. No. Silver Fox is talking about getting fly paper stuck to your hair.
Oh, right.
Well, what's worse, fly paper in the hair, bumping into a bug zapper? I'd go with the fly paper. You don't want to.
Fry it and you have to cut it instead of fry it off. I
think it's like my right hand wants the beer, but my body knows that the vodka soda is better for me.
Oh, you have to put it on your dominant hand, within reach of your dominant hand. It's trained.
I keep having to go cross body. I got to get my workstation set up. Now that I have this mic apparatus, I got to push my monitors back so I can just.
I know. I'm like
set up.
I'm way too close to. Mine is not set up decent.
Well, that's why I don't miss the headset, because I'd always bump my microphone, like going to drink, and I'd be like, "Sorry, folks," and you'd hear the boom noise. Boom. I'm like, "Damn it, I got to get rid of that." So I did this for you, folks. I did it for you, folks.
I need a better setup too. It's silly and ridiculous. And every week I think I'm gonna redo my workstation and make a better setup. And every week comes and it's like, didn't quite make it again.
Yeah. I've never added a second monitor. I've always thought about it. I know Mike and like HK, you know, Kalasars, they have like the 2-3 monitors set up. One they can monitor chat on, one they can maybe have a web browser open if they're going to share screen or whatever. But I just do it from a laptop. I thought about adding a second monitor, but sometimes I monitor the chat on my phone. But usually the laptop I can split screen it or do what I got to do. I kind of thrive on low production value or low production cost, you know.
Oh, I'm just getting a glimpse of the thumbnail of on YouTube.
You can change it.
It's just bad. It's like the worst faces ever.
It's your derp face. Yeah, but
I hate it.
You can change it. You can change it after in the video editor. Did you know that?
Right.
Like,
it just happens to freeze where, you know, because it shows
like
both you and I right
yeah,
now.
right.
So
Yeah, right. Just scroll through and then
it picks a random one. I should quit making faces because it's only going to get worse. Pretty soon it's going to get stuck on one where I'm making an extra face.
Just hold up a beer the whole time while you're talking, and then you can, yeah.
Oh, I'll probably get some like, oh, is it against the law to show a brand name on here?
Yeah. You gotta get a Susie Fennhaven logo koozie with your dove drawing, and then just pop it on.
Right. I had a Star Wars T-shirt on the other day to go on Amy's channel, and I changed into something else. Thought, is it okay to have a Star Wars chant or a Star Wars T-shirt?
Yeah, I think. I mean,
I don't know about these things, and so I just like
I've seen people on, I don't know if it was Mike or I feel like I've seen people on other channels just across YouTube with, you know,
I've seen
some
blurred
kind of logo.
T-shirts and I've seen logos too, but I don't know if they care enough where, I mean, nobody cares about my...
Yeah, it's not like you're playing a band's music or showing a movie's thing. It's just it's the same as walking through a grocery store or Target and seeing a T-shirt for sale. You know, it's free advertising for them. You're not showing their material. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it made me think. It did make me change my shirt because I don't
want to get a copyright strike or something.
Well, we're down to 37 people watching, and it's now turned midnight. So I'm going to turn into a pumpkin.
Start saying your goodbyes, and I'll just sit here.
So it's been so nice to catch up with you again, Greg, and it was nice for all you guys for stopping in and hanging out with us tonight.
Let me cover my body parts.
But yeah, so I'm gonna push buttons, and
hope it disconnects.
Thanks everyone for joining, and I'll see you again next Friday. Hey, bump. Uh-oh,